draft is going to be getting on the way. Normally it pops up in a little bit, and then we talk about it, and it's fantastic, and then we get paid. So, what are you expecting to see in the draft?
Can I go back to your question about
I don't even remember my question. Let's go back.
Don't worry, old man. All right. So the question was, what does Crystallis and what does he bring to the team and stuff, you know? And basically, I'd say he's a very young character, very energetic. But because Puppy's the complete opposite, he's the very stoic type of guy. I think they've merged quite well. Where Crystallis and previous teams, when he was playing on bait, he didn't have that father figure to basically say, play like this, and now he's kind of got that a little bit more with Puppy, so it really kind of helps him out a lot more.
And you just also insinuated their domestic violence.
Not at all. I was clapping.
Kayaknya bakal ini dah kecewa dah sama game ini dah karena tadi Secret seru Liquid seru banget anjing.
So anyway,
lama banget anjing draft tai. Judi terus kalau menang bersyukur. Hari ini gue -3 ya. Salah -4 anjing. Menang tapi kalah satu gede gitu. Menang kecil kalah gede babi emang.
Is very much a hero specialist. He has a very small kind of pool of heroes. He can play others, right? But he has heroes he's very comfortable on. So I think taking that out will stop him from being able to make the space for his team. I also really value the resolution Marcy. That's something that was very popular in previous tournaments, and they sort of moved away from it a little bit.
The man wants to be a carry, right? He's on the offlane, but
he
still wants to be a carry.
Tiny di bench sama Secret, gila. Ini bedanya kapten punya otak sama kapten gak punya otak ya. EG tuh kaptennya gak punya otak tuh anjing. Tiny kagak di bench, goblok anjing.
Well, they played some pretty jungle lineups, right, and pushed pretty.
Marcy bebas bro. Marcy bro. Resolution Marcy. I trust Reso Marcy bro.
With that lineup, so it is pretty scary. But
last time I believe
Marcy dong, please. Kalau Kuroki lebih tolol lagi ya. Nice Marcy. Berarti game winner Secret ya nggak sih? Game winner Secret 100% no hoax. Marcy cok. Reso Marcy bro. Wah game winner dulu udah kecil ah. 3 gitu. Dua lah. Gak dapet 1 anjing 2 1 3.
And that's because when they see a fight, they bring in the numbers. And Dawnbreaker, it simplifies that process. James already mentioned it. It's the fact that you just Solar Guardian.
Iwan udah ngasih tips baru pon buat roster Dota. Siapa cok? Ini combo ini anjing, combo Nyx DB di bench cok, combo bagus tuh. Ada Enigma juga anjing. Tapi Enigmanya Reso lawak.
He did it really well, Katomi as well from Entity. The way they play Nyx is a hero that usually looks a bit weaker, just completely dominates the game with the amount of impales, ravages. More so than impales. But
Marsa Thunder Awaken bagus gak sih? Gue gak nonton Mas lawan EG tapi setahu gue bagus dah. Marsa Thunder Awaken.
I mean she's so good, I think.
Hero Seven tapi langsung dihapus postingannya. Hero Seven apaan? Hero siapa anjing Hero Seven?
You have this like gotcha pick at the end of the phase for Secret in this situation, and CM can help alleviate a lot of the problems, like the Brood Mothers, the Enigmas. She's really good at helping deal with all of these types of heroes, just as well as being something that is quite aggressive in lane, because this is Thunder Awaken. Typically, Pandaboo really loves to play saving supports. It's something that Thunder Awaken has played around a lot in the past.
Nisha Lesrak God, cok, sumpah. Nisha God play Lesrak is very good.
Type of hero, so he's really pushing his like comfort zone to be playing this hero this time.
This is like with the Nyx ban. This is probably the most obvious approach from Team Secret in the first stage. You just snatch up that Lash. If you don't pick it now, it's going to be probably removed. And when you think about Lash, it's another hero that
Thunder Awaken apa first time kill? Feeling gue sih mainnya agresif ya, namanya tim Amerika Selatan mainnya agresif cok. Push Entity tadi mirip Push tadi malam nggak? Oh mirip banget anjing. Bedanya Pushnya Entity tadi tuh farming Aghanim kenceng anjing, nggak 25 menit Aghanim. Gue dikasih space selama itu gak dapet Aghanim anjing. Farming apa coba?
10 or so minutes before Leshrac really gets tankier, but when it gets into that mid game, yeah, Leshrac's going to feel good. The CM as well, we didn't really mention it. Chris Maiden is one of the best position 5s to deal with a core Marcy position 4 Marcy, because inside the laning phase, it's about being, attacking.
Bisa kali ya, Secret 2-0. Gue gak yakin anjing Secret 2-0. Hari ini 21-21-21 kayaknya. Ini dah patternnya hari ini 21-21-21-21 anjing. Kemarin 2-0 2-0 2-0 terus.
And they played some interesting carries with the Crystal Maiden, something like a Blood Bloodseeker, something that's really strong in the laning stage, as long as there's fighting happening across the map. Because Marcy, like, this is, I don't know, you're telling me Crystal Maiden is going to do something.
Liquid lawan NTT aja mau kalah, EZ kebalik Gar. OG aja lawan Gaming Gladiator hampir kalah, itu yang aneh, Cok. Ngotak bangsat, kebalik anjing, justru OG aja yang aneh.
Yeah, like we're gonna cover them later, but Team Aster, their idea against Marcy has been
Thunder Waken nggak sih 10 kill? Sumpah, feeling gue Thunder Waken 10 kill, Cok. Mars, Crystal Maiden gitu.
Different teams are trying to deal with this Marcy in different ways. I'm definitely happy with the Crystal Maiden, and I would actually go so far to say here the Secret's opening is incredibly flexible. It could be the Zayat's Marcy or the Rezo Marcy. This Lesh also could be a Rezo Lesh or a mid Lesh. It's very, very open.
Semoga bener lah draftnya Thunder Waken. Kan gue flexingnya selalu dah.
Started innovating with 4 or 5 years ago. Like, you open up, the first stage is always ambiguous as much as you can make it. Lesh and Marcy, like you
Kenapa anjing? Total profit 54. So what anjing, lu mau ngeliat total profit gue 16.
Like in the draft, are you first pick? Yes. Is Io available? Yes. Pick Io. Good. Enemy team, pick Shaker. Draft continue.
Udah lah ya.
Silencer banned out.
Udah lah, gue ngebet kecil aja dulu, Cok. Ngeri, Cok. Itu tadi 100. Oh ya, lu tolol berarti. Lu ngebet apaan anjing?
I think there was some criticism of him in
Udah
the
close kan? Udah close.
Because he did have some shaky games and it didn't feel like he properly fit in.
Ayo udah main yang agresif dikit lah.
He's doing really
Lu
well.
tau gak milih game winner entity?
And I think both these teams like that style a lot. We saw Pakaz coming mid on like the 8-minute timing with his Bloodseeker.
Oh, game winner ini overall semuanya game winner entity. Itu kan oddsnya bagus tadi lo, Liquid lo 0,8 lo anjing. Gue tadi nggak ngebet lo, Cok. Ini, Cok, nih game winner ini, Cok, 0,8 bagus banget lo, Cok. Gue tadi mau ngebet ini tapi lupa. Gue malah ngebet OG doang, banget tolol lah tuh.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's usually monkey king for him. I've seen him do quite a lot in this tournament with other heroes, with the Bloodseekers, with the Dawnbreakers as well.
Their entire playstyle, they have Rezo, they have Crystallis, and when
Kenapa BS di ban
during the
sendiri, Cok?
first stage of the DPC when they had a different roster, they weren't really able to
tahu kan lu combo Mars Stepfire di lane apa yang bisa ngalahin? Nggak ada anjing. Berdoa doang nggak mati.
But they were still missing that extra bit of something from the offlane, right, to help synergize it. And now that Rezo joined the mix, Rezo's that greedier offlane that becomes more like a carry in some games, and then Crystallis happily will feel more into an offlane from that carry role. So they've now got these like perfect balance in the side lanes that depending on the game state or the player style, they can both step up to be a carry. Meanwhile, you got Nisha in mid lane. Look at him looking very cool there.
Bapak kami dulu ngapain anjing? Nggak work.
So with the Snapfire, they have this combination with the Mars. They also have a ton of magic damage between the Crystal Maiden, Mars, and the Snapfire. These team fights should go in their favor until Secret gets their BKBs, right? Is there a carry that can match with this for Secret? That is,
as in run up and BKB. I mean, Crystallis has played Bloodseeker.
Yeah, Bloodseeker banned out, Lifestealer banned out as well.
If Anti-Mage was a hero,
then he'd be pretty good for both teams right now.
With the Disruptor, one good thing that you get is you have the Static Storm on top of the Mars Arena always.
Joji.
So the place where they want to set up, you can set up the
Static
Storm as well, and kind of negate the effects that they're bringing.
Najis bet, Awi, bangsat, laki mana anjing? Kukunya dikutek anjing. Ih, najis buat Awi anjing. Ih, jijik, Cok. Ih, najis gay Kalimantan.
Need to join me at the gym for that, but
yeah. Dude, you've asked him like 2 or 3 times. He's declined every single time.
Eventually.
Sorry for calling you out, but
yes, Lizard and T have gone to the gym. Sheep,
I don't go to the gym. No, I sit
najis
inside
buat
and play
anjing.
video games. Like a true gamer.
Gay Kalimantan, Cok.
But moving on with this draft, I'm looking as well for Thunder Awaken for a carry that can stand its ground a lot. This Lesh, or keep range and stand its ground.
Tunggu nggak ikut Awi apa Pawet.
Ngapain anjing? Okay, Drow range has been picked up by Secret, but these like Drow,
si bro pasif bro,
snipers, all these types of heroes, they match really well into the stuff that Secret's bringing. Especially like Lesh and Drow, I think a sniper would be amazing matchup there. Because you're able to outrange the Drow.
Najis gay Kalimantan, Cok, kutekan, Cok, gila. Laki mana anjing lu?
And like
kutekan, Cok.
I like that and the Scotty pickup too
Is
late down the line.
is it either that or something to get on top of Drow easily?
It's like the Faceless Void potential as well. It's just, can they get through the early game aggression of Leshrac running up front with the Drow behind with some Dragon Lance Yasha just...
Bus, ntar gue di Bandung lu nggak mau ini Bus traktir gitu Bus, kan gue nggak pernah ke Bandung sebelumnya Bus kan, siapa tahu lu pengen nunjukin apa gitu, makanan di mana gitu. Nggak apa-apa Bus pakai uang judi, gue nggak peduli uang judi apa uang enggak.
The playstyle they want to bring, is it more survive early fights, crush the late game, or is it match that earlier fight and try and win some of the lanes?
Because Secret are answering the heroes. They don't have last pick overall, so they can't.
Gue di Bandung aja jarang kemana-mana lah. Lu mah touch grass bro, touch grass.
I think Sniper's itemization is a lot easier, but at least with the Drow into Maz, she's not stopped by the arena. She can use the multi-shot, it goes through the walls, she can deal her damage.
So they do go with the skirmish. They go with that approach. For now, at least, what we see, it's none of the spirits. It's Pangolier himself.
I mean, they're just giving
Karaoke atau nyari cindo, anjing nggak yang jangan beraktivitas seksual dong babi. Lu mah tahu aktivitas seksual mulu, iyalah. Uang judi kira-kira ngapain ngewe anjing babi emang ya. Band sniper. Gak mungkin deng. Gak mungkin anjing sniper. Kenapa dia ngeband? Oh, what?
Spectre, one of those old school.
Bentar, ini kenapa ngeband Spectre anjing?
Drow Ranger, no matter how far ahead you are, eventually if the Spectre gets items, you're kinda done.
Oh, counter draw. Oh iya, counter draw. Oh, lu juga masih virgin di? Virgin Love. Jangan Cok lagu JKT yang jijik juga tuh kering Cok.
I'm a big enjoyer of Disruptor Drow overall. Yeah, because of the
Mars might be mid as well.
Oh yeah, if it goes.
Even.
I mean, it could. Yeah, you're right. No, if with Mars, yeah, you're right, Marvin. Sorry,
how does
took my brain for a loop. Yeah,
it's flexible.
It's hard when they
Sniper nggak sih bagus?
The same thing applies for.
Ini bisa dilombatin anjing.
In my opinion, you just have the Thunder Strike. It gives info to Drow Ranger to continue hitting you, even if you try to joke through the trees. So overall, I really enjoy.
Mau lu ke Bandung kapan? Bulan depan tanggal 6. Gue udah beli tiket, Cok.
Nih, it's possible the way Drow's ulti works against him might be a bit of a problem, but overall doable.
The key thing is because we'll have last pick in the draft, so they're going to be able to see, unless Secret picks another hero,
Pakai tiket apa ya? Tiket.com
that can go between mid and off lane. And
mau ngapain? Mau nuker foto Blackpink. Terus pulang. Jadi ntar gue ke Bandung bawa album, terus nuker, terus udah pulang gue nggak peduli ler. Gue cuma butuh itu doang. Rich, GG nggak? Ya kalau beneran gitu gue kebanyakan duit nggak sih anjing? Kasih KD ya, iya anjing. Enggak. Menurut lo gue, aduh. Menurut lo gue harus bawa ini nggak? Enggak sih, nggak usah sih anjing. Ini dog shit, ini udah nggak usah dibawa anjing.
Silencer Brood. Well, they go with the nerd spirit.
Is it going to be a Nisha mid-earth spirit? Offlane Leshrac?
Doesn't Zayats love the Earth Spirit? He's played it a lot.
Zayats loves Earth Spirit as well.
Oh iya bakal dikasih, ya tukeran bro. Swap. Trading.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
If
Eventually, one day, it's gonna happen.
If it does become that, I will scream. Just audio warning right now, okay? Thank you.
I do like the Earth Spirit. I was wanting them to pick a body because they need someone to initiate for them with this Drow and Lesh. It looks like their game plan is to kind of ball up and stick together. I think if they overcommit with like these blink forward type offlaners or supports, it's a little bit scary.
Sama bener PDI enggak anjing, gue nggak punya bener PDI cok.
But if you ball together, you also suffer at the hands of this Mars combo and the Pango. So it is.
What's really nice about them as well is that they don't necessarily have to wait for any items. All you need is levels, and then you just roll off of that laning stage with the Marcy. With your Earth Spirit.
With Thunder Awaken, the 4 heroes that they've already picked, there's so much early game damage that there isn't pressure on Bakaz to go, I need to pick a hero that can also fight with you. When you have Roll Up, you have Arena, Mortimer Kisses, this will be able to take fights long enough, or at least go even on resources required to go even or win the fight for Secret, that the carry of Thunder Awaken isn't going to get challenged.
So are you feeling like a 30-minute mark skirmishes constantly, and they go with James?
Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean. It's like.
Duh, tankilnya kalah nggak sih kalau Morpling kan pasif ya mainnya ya.
I know exactly what you mean.
I wasn't explaining for you. I was explaining.
Ini mah Zayak muter-muter anjing roaming midnya Nisha dapat kill terus, cok.
Not gonna wrap up got the panel. You guys, final thoughts. Final thoughts, team.
No, can we get your final thoughts?
My final thought is I'm excited for game 1.
And my final thoughts, I'm excited for game 1.
Lizard, how excited?
I'm very excited for game 1.
And for some actual analysis.
Tapi lo mau ke Bandung jalan-jalan gimana, Cok? Hujan terus tiap sore. Apaan jalan-jalan, anjing? Lu lupa Mars Duto SA. Tetep aja, Cok. Se-SA-SA-nya kalau kena outplay sama Lesrah gak main, anjing.
We're ready for game 1 here. Team Secret versus Thunder Awaken. We're going to send it over to Cap and SVG to bring you the game.
Gak tau lah, masalah gue datang ke rumah introvert anjing. Gak ada fungsinya gue datang ke rumah introvert mau nongki gak ada, Cok.
It's a common overused trope in competition, but here it fits because there's no greater Goliath in Dota than Puppy, both in stature and experience. And you would be hard pressed to find a more fearless David than Thunder Awaken, right?
Bang kok nggak ikut tuh soalnya Desember mau ke Bali. Mungkin, nih ya, jujur aja nih, gue cuma beli tiket 1 jalan ke sana anjing, gue belum beli tiket pulangnya anjing, gue nggak tahu kapan mau pulang, Cok.
They didn't care what anybody thought about them, and now that they have a couple under their belt, they definitely don't care. These guys show no fear and they play like it all the time. Somebody's gonna die.
Kan gue bingung juga ya.
Oh yeah, I mean Thunder, they already are they're the killers, right? Of this entire
Bukannya
tournament,
Upi ke
they're the
Singapura.
team that is gonna run
Itu kan masih, itu kan tanggal 26. Nggak tahu gue sampai kapan jujurnya.
Already into blowing the South American previous placements at TI out of the water. If they can go to top 3, holy crap. I cannot wait to see what happens in this match because no matter what it is, no matter what the outcome is, you can guarantee it's gonna be a goddamn bloodbath.
Absolutely. These guys grew up in the region where the killers shine. They don't know anything else. They were born into it in a sense. And
like Ferry Break, HLP, kenapa anjing low priority apa? Siapa low priority?
These guys win the game through sending you back to the fountain. Objectives be damned sometimes. They're coming for the blood. You have to be prepared if you're Secret, and if there's one team that can prepare, I mean, it's got to be the mastermind himself. You've seen Heen with the drafts the whole event. They're clicking on all cylinders. They've got the Zayat's Earth Spirit that has been extremely dominant in these route you situations. So Thunder Awaken dive too deep to get caught off guard in this game. Suddenly you're in a situation where Disruptor and Earth Spirit are chasing you down.
Tanggal berapa emang balik dari Singapura, Lar?
Become the kill.
Now you were telling me something about a little bit of interesting stat about Secret and Thunder. Thunder, they have these killers, right? You're talking about, you know, between their mid and their off lane, bunch of killers. That leaves their carry to just become a beast, right?
This is a team built around their one position. Going back those old 4 protect the 1 days. Well, it's 4 kill for 1. But because
Gar, lu kan tahu Gar. Lu kan pengamat manapun kanan kiri atas bawah Gar.
Of any carry at this event. And then on the flip side,
predict lupa gua.
the lowest.
Highest amount of physical damage.
Here where Thunder prioritizing their one position, playing through Pakaz, and Secret, Crystallis has had to take a step back because again they're playing more through Nisha and Rezo. Yeah, and Rezo's a carry player himself, so he's used to getting a bit of network there. But it's a very interesting dynamic, and I mean these drafts are set up to do that, right? They picked this drought earlier. They're setting up for this Shrek to really shine and carry in this game. Very strong BKB timings for Secret as well. A lot on this Morphling shoulders, and every time I've said that, the cause delivers.
Itu,
he certainly
Upi di Singapura berapa lama? Lu kan pengamat.
For the bounty runes that are coming in, you could see both Thunder and Secret are just going to be holding around the mid lane. We'll see if we get any early first blood action. But is there a particular hero that you're looking to shine on the side of Secret?
I think
it's tahu. Oh, gue kira lu pengamat anjing, lu tahu semuanya.
So much of their catch control, especially going in those mid-late game fights. Earth Spirit, if he gets some early kills in the laning phase, is a vastly different hero. And then if you can get to that,
biasanya kan dia ini, Cok.
Right? Yeah. You have to be able to get to these timings, though. Otherwise,
harusnya tanya Pawets. Oh iya, harusnya tanya Pawets ya.
So to me, it's really about how much Zayas pops off in the early game and gets to his item timings. It's really what's gonna enable Nisha as well in this game. He can run in and be that frontliner, tank some stuff up, but need someone else to go in with him and help control.
It's funny how we talk about Rezo being kind of a carry player.
Gue kira.
Certainly had some incredible carry performances.
Kenapa gue lah? Lu kan ini tahu segala sesuatu.
But at the same time, he's also had some performances with Zayats where they're just running around together. It seems to be. I don't think I've ever seen a duo of the 3-4 that is more tied together than Rezo and Zayats. They seem to be just hand in hand, running around killing things nonstop. Now, when it comes to lanes, they didn't actually set it up that way. We
lost, boys.
Playing the disruptor, they didn't want to do
Spec player 5, anjing. Gue kira CM5, cok.
Paired up with the Drow Ranger in bottom lane and the ranged Puppy here with Rezo, just to make their lanes a bit easier.
Yeah, makes sense. Running this double melee lane into the Morph lane, you're not going to be able to pressure him too much, and you're just going to feel bad over time. So we make some noise up here, you know, get some little stuff done. And then you get this melee range pairing for the Drow, which is always nice for this hero. You have a body to frontline for and tank up some spells. That's the name of the game.
Ya Allah, goblok lah kita nggak bisa anjing. SA Dota.
You play this Mars mid. You are really looking.
Oh, bisa Lasit. Boleh.
With the early arena, you have this offlane Pango, who's another very strong skirmisher, especially when paired with this Maiden, who also went in the offlane. Kind of a throwback to that old 4-position Maiden meta. Of course, Pandamu is still bringing it up. Very high damage supports for Thunder Awaken. Snapfire Maiden on the back of these two skirmishes.
Yeah, at the same time though, these two team fighters, they're
lagi kena demam. Kenapa semua orang yang di rumah Upi penyakitan ya?
Is gonna abuse them. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on both their CS and their net worth to see how they walk away from this laning phase, because I imagine they're gonna have to be blowing through some regen just to stay in.
Gimana cara DBD nular anjing?
Early level advantage for these dual lane skirmishes. Matthew gonna lay into Puppy here a little bit in the river. I mean, he has the move speed advantage.
Oh yeah, he should just be able to run him down here. Puppy, at best, you can try and maybe swerve into the Roshan pit and hopefully deny that first blood. He's gonna pop the Fairy Fire, pops the Salve, draws the aggro, gets the Salve canceled. Bash comes out, that's a little awkward.
Oh! Gua kira anjing, Jacoki baca rasa nge-bash cok first hit.
Pulls it out and gets the first blood.
The tip on top of it as well with the voice line. He was thinking that all the way through, had plenty of time to think about it. And very nice start for him. Again, that's your 4 position in the safe lane. Matthew, he's shown on this Snapfire. It's a South American specialty. Absolutely destroy you in these fights until you get to those BKB timings. So
yeah, you were talking about this hero early on in the tournament. You thought Sapphire was going to be one of the heroes that was going to be a bit more prevalent, and you said South America was one of the regions who played it fast.
Yeah, this hero's just amazing in the mid-game fights. He scales
Lagi kah?
well. This card, I think, threw people a little off in terms of how the range interacts, but people are getting more used to it now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick it up this game. And again, the laning's pretty strong. A little mango smoothie for him.
Yeah,
regen it back up.
Matthew just wants to keep that pressure up. I mean, the Cubs have a totally free lane.
Ya Allah, Lasit sumpah tolol banget anjing Lasitnya ngentot.
They're pretty much even between the two of them. So
that is the downside of chasing Puppy. You get the first blood, you enable yourself. You do give Rezo that one-on-one. He's had to burn pretty much no regen. I think he's used one tango this entire laning phase. For a melee versus range core matchup, sure, Morphling's not the best at abusing early. Rezo's having a great time. And
he's gonna go for
Mati.
it. Jumps onto Matthew, and the damage being done with the Thunder Strike is barely.
Fairy Fire lu pakai kontol.
Oh, and because of that, he's got his level 2. He'll pop the glimpse now because he's already morphing his strength, so he should be totally fine. But it's decent pressure added on to the carry.
That right click, it
Cok, nggak dipakai, cok. Fairy Fire-nya goblok.
I think it was gonna kill him, and I don't think Matthew did either.
I was setting it up to be like, and he barely doesn't get the kill, and apparently not.
You get a free trip to base, not the worst. Big question is going to be these.
Bisa mana? Nggak ada nih.
Minute 30.
Nggak ada deh.
Dark Mago is going to get the 6 here pretty fast.
Belum gua nyalain
really
anjing.
Decent job on mid, up and denies, up in CS versus Nisha.
Yeah, maybe he's been harassed quite a bit by the ranged attacks from Nisha, but he's made up for it by being a melee hero, having higher base damage and securing more denies. So level 6, as you said, it's going to come in faster, and we'll see.
Kalau never gue lupa sekalian nonton konser JKT. Konser JKT Desember lah, makanya gue bingung ini apakah gue bolak-balik ataukah gue langsung sekalian aja sampai bulan depannya. Di Desember soalnya.
Again, you do not want to leave a mid Mars on an island for too long. You also have pretty independent side lanes. Sure, Pango is not going to pressure Drought on here, but he's pretty much free ahead in CS as well.
Terus ngapain November kemadu? Dibilangin gue cuma mau nuker Blackpink.
Morph is one of the better independent heroes as well.
Sama nyuri barang di Fate, di gudang Fate. Nah itu nomor 1-nya tapi nyuri Blackpink. Nuker foto Blackpink. Nomor 2-nya yang itu.
Looks like they want to make a call here to go on to Matthew. Not sure what that kinetic field was exactly, but Rezo does.
Mundur lagi kagak emang Desember.
I mean, any of these side trades right now are decent for Secret in my opinion because it'll stop that mid rotation. They're happy to trade supports.
hefty amount
Konser
of damage.
JKT emang Desember
Crystallis,
anjing.
now he's back at the tower. Starts delivering
Mati
some
lagi
arrows
nih.
back. Matthew looks like they tried to go on him and do manage to get the kill there with the glimpse back, but Puppy is going to be chased down by Because.
Red,
and
nice.
should be just
Boleh
a
lah.
trade out of the supports. Rezo will put some more damage on
Ambil
Because.
stiker. Ngapain ngambil stiker anjing? Ngambil baju lah bangsat.
Not too bad for Secret overall. You're getting a lot of solo XP for this Marcy. Sure, Morph picks up the kill, but you're not stopping him anyway. And Nisha gets to grab the rune for free without getting ganked with this arena.
Yeah, that's super nice. The fights just continue in the
Nice.
side lanes. Apparently, the support's not caring about securing the power runes at all, as you said, and just focus more on getting these kills. Giants falls in the bottom lane. Top lane, back to it. Glimpse onto the Morphling.
Nggak fungsi. Glimpse-nya nggak fungsi, Ler. Glimpse-nya nggak fungsi.
He's gonna have to morph all the way to agility form, pop his fairy fire and stick, and actually giving a salve as well.
Yeah, he's doing just fine. Is there a more annoying carry to harass?
Yeah, seriously. It feels pointless half the time, but if it keeps him from being able to get CS, as you can see, the net worth between both the Morphling and the Marcy is pretty even.
Kena anjing
So.
kocak.
These are very
Oh,
good
shit.
shot lanes. Puppy,
Oh, nice.
that glimpse mid.
Yeah, that's a level 1 glimpse. Not quite the range.
Points. And Zayat's also TP'd mid to get the bottle refill. Now he's kind of lingering around here. 7-minute, not that 8-minute rune timing. A little awkward for Secret here, but they're happy to control the bounty. There's just not too much side lane pressure on this bottom lane with the Drow.
Ayolah Thunder, 10 kill dulu dah, agresif dikit gitu, maju-maju, pukul-pukul gitu, nge-kill.
It's not a worthwhile.
Set. Oh anjay, good dodge.
There's that roll, but I mean, good luck, you know.
I feel like later on, the Pango is going to have a bit of a hard time with this duo specifically. I mean, he's dealing with 2 silences. Those are not very fun to play Pangolier against, but for now...
Awi alay anjing, jujur ini, Awi tuh alay.
He's doing
Dia tuh gak tahu kalau diri sendiri tuh jamet, cuman ya gitu ngatain orang jamet, aneh.
Corrosion, he's going to be going back for the arcane boots.
That was pretty much a dream off-lane Pango start.
Yeah.
Awi tuh jamet anjing. Salah kamet, Kalimantan metal anjing.
Roll and kick back straight into the
shit.
hands of Nisha. May be able to grab the Invis rune away from Nisha, but won't stop his own death.
And I think Thunder, tired of being the ones rolled on here, time to smoke top and try and
Itu
get
kalau
some
ngeliat
action.
gaya fotonya udah kelihatan anjing orang itu jamet, Cok.
This is a move that really has to connect here, otherwise Dark Mago is just finding nothing. in
Arena,
this early
please.
game.
Yeah,
Dapat.
the fact that we haven't seen an arena yet is a bit of a shame. Let's see how fast Rezo gets out. Not able to get the rebound
Nice.
away. Will be denied by the arena walls.
Nice.
Decent pickup.
Kenapa 3-4 tapi skornya ya, gue bikin
Enemy gets to soak,
jadi panik
soak the
anjing.
XP mid on a hero in Crystal Maiden that really uses the levels. I mean, this hero has dominated the statistics in terms of win rate. You start getting these, you know, Frostbite, Nova points up, whichever route you want to go. They really pay off a lot more now than they used to. So decent efficiency here from Thunder. To me, the big question is going to be, do they try and use this Pango ult to kick Drow to bottom? How long does Crystallis get to stay down here? Because this is not a carry you
Tapi
want to
ngomongnya
just lead on
Crystallis.
solo XP. I mean, it's almost level 7. And
Bukan
he's just been
Crystallis.
untested.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like Thunder playing slower than maybe we would have expected, but we do now have the level 6 on Sacred, so whether he's making a play on the Drow with people rotating
Gas lagi
or
anjing, sumpah. Kenapa sih
he
masih
rotates
pakai
to
cara
another
diem-diem
lane
kan
and
gel maju tuh, drone-nya
leads.
offside tuh.
We'll have to wait and
+1,
see.
go,
Yeah,
roll,
getting pulls off and
stupid.
stuff. Crystallis is going to be very happy with the way this is going, I think.
Babi.
Meanwhile, Dark Mago's clearing stacks. I don't know if I've ever said that in my life. He is in the jungle efficiencying it up.
Yeah, apparently he wants to try and get that fast blink dagger, and that makes sense, right? I mean, getting on top of this Drow is going to be all so important.
Absolutely. If he can find the Drow, start on the Lesh, there are no real saves in this game when that Arena Spear comes out.
Yeah.
There's no hard reset, hard dispel, so Dark Mago kind of has free reign here. I can understand the Blink Rush. It's going to be very strong in this game. It enables his supports. This Snapfire Mars combination goes back since these heroes were put in the game, and it's strong for a reason. It's going to annihilate these
Nice,
four
gua atas lagi.
BKBs. So I can understand them wanting to get
Pok,
that fast.
pok.
And here's a second smoke to this top lane, trying to shut down Rezo. I think he smells what's coming, though.
Yeah, they have this nice high ground ward that may give him a false sense of security because they are smoked up, but it's going to break.
Hello.
Puppy walks down, breaks the smoke. Very nice read. I think it's a combination. They picked up the power rune at top lane. They're missing for the middle lane a little bit. Rezu got ganked last time. He's like, I'm not going to risk it this time around. That's fair enough.
Part of me wonders why they want to go top with this move instead of bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom move is longer. It takes more time, but you're going to get the kick out guaranteed, right? If Crystallis wants to dodge that smoke, he has to leave the lane. And this catapult would have killed the tower with Pango just tanking up.
Right.
Instead, when that smoke fails, they get absolutely nothing out of it. Morph can stay up there anyway. It's like a higher risk, lower reward type situation.
Do you think that they have answers to Drow? There is. He's going to run forward, gets a small glimpse back. Not a big one, but they do have the stun follow-up here.
Yeah.
Comes this Kisses, trying to create some space. And
Dapat satu, nice. Lanjut,
Arena.
arena.
Fine, and they're actually at the rolling jump away from Rezo. Barely gets out of that arena. They're going to have more TPs in. Crystallis actually a long TP, but will show up and miss.
1 second.
Oh, barely inside of the range, and they're going to go for Sacred. The Pango's going to die. They immediately.
Sumpah kenapa trade kill mulu dari tadi dah.
There was going to be no jump away, no swashbuckle or anything. And with the Drow Ranger here, it's time to put pressure on this mid tower.
Unleashed, Catapult's still alive. They'll get the glyph out of that for sure. So that's going to TP back into mid as well. And the line being drawn top, so they're reading this move. Again, Thunder just not getting the exact fight they want out of that situation, and feels like Secret's stalling them out a little bit, which is definitely advantageous for them. Anytime you can slow down this team, you're going to be pretty happy with it.
Big Ancient stack. This is usually what the Drow is going to be spending most of her time doing in this awkward 10 to 20, 25-minute mark. Is a lot of time hitting Ancients.
Arcane Rune for Nisha. Cannot ask for anything better on this hero. Especially pushing
More
towards
pakas
that.
jago, iya kalau jago sih jago ya, tapi kalau misalnya kalah kena outplay timnya juga gak guna anjing.
So the wrong move. They stumble into Anisha with an Arcane Rune, and he is not immediately bursted down. This could go badly for Thunder, and that would be a very bad sign for the rest of the progression of this game for them. But wait our time. Didn't hide the Blink Dagger at all, so Secret should know about it.
Seems like Thunder's just happy to keep this static as well. Again, no move to his bottom lane made yet.
Mati nih Pakas tuh.
Secret's the one making the move to their off lane first.
Smoke breaks, Kaz. He's gonna wait for. Oh, he gets pulled out of it.
Arena 3. Silent goblok. Nice.
But he does manage to get off the arena with the combination.
Mati dong, semua dong. Nah.
From Sacred, perfectly set up the bowling ball, knocking down all the pins of Team Secret. A bit of aggression from Secret that goes completely around Thunder.
Dua lagi.
Patience is well
Ih,
rewarded.
hampir kena.
To find a 4th kill in Zayat, but missed the spear sadly, and we'll have to retreat.
They were all ready for that move. Instant call, instant TP. This is all their net worth. You got to remember, you attack Makaz, you attack the whole front. Just beautiful spellcasting to turn that fight around. I mean, this Warp is a little tankier than maybe they expected, right? He's got Falcon Blade, he's got Dragon Lance, he's got Shreds.
Rezo nggak ada ulti anjing. Kalau Rezo ada ulti mati tuh Pakas, Cok. Sumpah.
A little bit here, of course, getting the Morph off helps him.
Just in general, going for the Morph fling, but him getting off the Morph strength, like, they needed a situation where the smoke breaks, but they're not spotted, and they could get an instant static storm on him. The glimpse play gives him too much time to respond.
Berkakas, ya, berkakas.
It's a hard, aggressive move unless you can concretely just burst down a core at the start of that. Secret will pay the price.
Glimpse.
Chasing after him. Glimpse back. Throws the spear as he can. But he will die for that double damage rune he picked up. They do have the kisses still, but the roll is going to be able to get it on top of Matthew. No space to be able to cast that big ultimate. They'll turn around and kill Zions, but Nisha will take the tower in return. Now they're going to try and chase him down. Now the kisses go into play with the Rolling Thunder on top of that. They have the Static Storm to stall up some of the heroes.
Dah kalah fight. Sekarang kalah fight. Nice. Lanjut Rezo. Lanjut. Nice. Itu dong, itu dia. Lanjut. Doji mana? Oh iya lupa, gue udah nggak peduli ngentot. Udah kalah fight, sekarang kalah. Udah. Udah butuh 10 kill udah menang. Sekarang kalah anjing. Nggak peduli gue ngentot.
Not my cup of tea.
Babi.
Get the tier 1 mid out of that as well, and the biggest beneficiary.
GG ya, gue bisa mendukung satu tim hanya 15 menit pertama, kemudian udah nggak peduli gue anjing. Pak kalah ya lu ngentot.
Remember, this is a Drow that can get powered up by sidekick. Absolutely devastating in these later game fights. It's a Drow versus Morphling as well. You're gonna cut through all this armor. This is gonna
gue nggak ngebet game winner ler. What the fuck?
To deal with going in this late game.
Oh shit.
And again, BKB queued up after Yasha. I mean, if he gets to BKB, he's a god, right? Almost nothing touches him.
Yeah, at that point, really, all Thunder has is like defensive measures, right? They have the arena walls that they can play around against the Drow, but they really can't kill her very easily. They do not have great physical damage.
No, it just comes down to how much.
Ngebet apa tadi satunya anjing kok hilang? Oh ngebet dan game winner secret. Oh ya bener, sekarang kalah. Bener.
Where did he get all that from? Where did he get all that net worth from? He's at 8,500. He's got the same CS 4-0 and 2. Well, that'll certainly help out.
Oh shit, jangan mati dong goblok Zayat tolol. Oh,
Glimpse back. Really trying for this one. Nisha, does he want to go for it? I don't think
kalah.
so.
Nggak mati anjing,
Secret's
kira mati
gonna
tadi
pump the
Cok.
Rolling Thunder to ensure that we do get our Mars out of here.
Tapi late game kalah Cok, more playing sama ini Cok. Sama
Now the Glimpse perhaps actually go for the cookie to try and stall up Puppy. The Glimpse didn't really send Matthew anywhere.
It's such a weird mid skirmish, man. Just 5 heroes poking each other.
And both teams seem to
Drew
be
kalah
going to
anjing late
group
game
up
sama
nicely.
Morphin, Cok.
We saw Chrysalis make that move where he TP'd in to the mid tower early on for that team fight, pressured. We saw Bakaz do the same.
And I mean, I think Secret is ready to meet these guys on the battlefield. They know they do not want to get outnumbered in these fights.
And that's
will claim this safe lane power.
You've talked to me about this before, the fact that TI, people naturally group up when it comes to TI, right? Just something about the pressure and just the nervousness and scary situations, right? Like you feel better just being around your allies.
Yeah, you know, you get to hug your teammate, you get to rely on him, might whisper some calming words.
ya elah ilusi digas anjing.
Yeah, he might say, you idiot, that was an illusion. How did you not know that?
But maybe that soothes you back in the zone. Exactly what I needed.
Either way, really good bait there from Dark Mago.
Yep. He's also pushing towards BKB here. Just kind of like the big timing for Mars. You know, how many times does he fight and die before he gets there? That's what's really going to slow down this mid hero.
Lu pakai keyboard apa? K68.
Team getting there. He's really the bulwark, quite literally, for Thunder in these fights. Just going there, tanking up a lot of this Drow damage if he can, giving Pakaz the opening where he's going to see his target and be able to jump into the Drow.
Pakaz gak beli Aganim anjing, mana lawannya Drow Ranger loh, what the
He
fuck
already
bro?
has Manta up as well, so the silence is not as effective. But he will go for Manta and BKB on Orb this game. Probably just the power of Static Storm threatening him on the deep dives. Very defensive itemization here.
Hey, what do you think about this mech from Matthew?
These aura items have proved to be insanely good in this meta, especially if you're a team that wants to group up and fight. You're hitting a pretty good window here if you're Thunder. Mech is pretty effective versus the Earth Spirit and the
Bisa kali, fight kali.
Zayat's gonna look for the roll.
Nice.
Do the Static Storm on top of this one. Mars really not gonna be able to get off much, but the Rolling Thunder is
mati
really
satu, nice. Lanjut.
And Matthew, nice jump away.
Tiger mati itu.
Giants finally falls. Sacred has to jump away. And barely life there as Rezo looks to chase, but should easily get Sacred far enough out of here.
And those Drow hits are already hurting.
Yeah, they are.
You really have to think about this Marcy Drow combo, and if you're not on top of it, every other hero is basically a distraction.
Carry-nya dua anjing, Secret gue demenin Secret apa? Carry-nya dua anjing.
It's gonna set up the fight for Secret, especially if they can start on Mars. You don't have this arena coming out, you don't have any of this control. It really hurts the Thunder supports. Sacred's doing his best to disrupt this fight, but I mean, he does not have the armor or sustain to deal with Drow Ranger yet.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh, Nisha. Slowed down by the
aman.
2200 HP. They landed most of those kisses.
Kasihan Thunder ke Storm, mana ada Thunder ke Storm anjing.
And it really wasn't that close. So
lu lihat anjing network paling atas Morphin, Cok.
Thunder, but earlier the win percentage favored them by a decent like 10%. Why do you think that is?
Thunder favorite?
Yeah.
Maybe just likes Pakaz.
Yeah, well, I like him too. That's fair enough. That guy's a solid carry.
You know, Gabe put in a little extra in the formula. It's seen Pakaz Morphling before.
It's the Pakaz factor. Understandable.
It really is. I mean, I think for the next 5 or so minutes, that's a short window, but their skirmish power is still stronger. But it's bursting Nisha. Nisha has no fear in this game. Yeah, Embrace, he's got Cloak, Ogre, he's rushing the tank ability. He knows, I'm gonna run in, I'm a front line, throw your spells on me, I don't care. I mean, like you were saying, 2200 HP on this Leshrac.
You had a BKB on top of that? Nobody's touching that on the side of Thunder. Not for a while.
Outside of the Thunder lineup, they are almost all magic damage for these early fights, which they didn't really get to go their way. It shifts a lot more emphasis to Pekaz to be able to deal the physical to bring this Leshrac down. And he went kind of defensive items, right? Yeah. He doesn't have this super early Scotty or the extra damage to pump
Ketemu. Assalamualaikum.
Disaster! It was hitting in the side, but ends up blinking directly into Zayat. That is just real sad for Sacred there.
Lupa Joji anjing, Joji ini game winning banget anjing. Demi apa ada Joji anjing? Gak usah ngomong, tapi jangan ngomongin Jojinya Boom. Jojinya Boom lawak.
They get these BKBs on Secret, but we do have really strong initiation on the side of Thunder, right? We've got the Blink Dagger on Mars, Blink Spear, super fast. You might be able to catch them before they BKB. Same goes with the Rolling Thunder, right?
If you can land them, you're in a good spot. If they get the BKB off, you're in a rough
Joji Boom menang, enggak lawan PSG jadi kalah.
A lot of BKBs coming out here in the next few minutes. All right, the Zayat's one is going to be the farthest, but Crystal's pretty much...
Bukannya nggak main ya pas lawan LGD, bukannya ada ya Joji ya pas lawan LGD ya.
There it is on the courier.
Lihat apa gue?
Rezo has his after this wave. So you have 3 cores lining up here, triple BKB timing for Secret.
Oh iya nggak ada Joji ya pas LGD ya. Goblok anjing nggak ngepick Joji, tolol.
It's time to clinch a fight, close the map out, take a Roshan, try to hit our window and never look back.
Yeah, and that's a super scary part, right? That Roshan factor, right? Once you start that snowball of getting these Roshans, I mean, you have talked to me on and on and on about the power of the second and third Roshan. So the earlier we get this first one, you know, the bigger that power spike.
And hell,
the earlier the power spike.
They're just skipping the fight step and just going straight to the road.
Yeah, apparently. They're just like, whatever. They can try and come to us. We'll take the team fight. If not,
go. You have BKB, bro. Come on, let's go.
Over to Nisha. So if you thought you could kill him once by surprising him with the initiation, hitting the stuns, chain stunning it, preventing the BKB, well, that's now all out the window.
Another arcane rune as well.
Tunggu ulti Rezo, Cok. Kalau ada baru gas. Bak, tanginnya bak.
They're gonna try and start with the stuns. No BKB for Rezo.
Yep, they're gonna be able to keep this nice chain stun. Rezo is decently tanky, but maybe not good enough. Okay, the BKB goes right through those arena walls. And now, with the Disruptor here, they can pull some more heroes in, or maybe not. Puppy misses Static Storm and is now gonna be able to get a glimpse on Crystal Main. Not much there. Niche is just running through heroes, though, one after another. Dark Mago, look at him with the TP.
Nice!
Rezo denies.
Lanjut, coy. Lanjut kali, masih ada Aegis.
Well,
nice.
Good try, my friend. Does what damage he can, but ultimately will not be able to stand toe-to-toe to Nisha's firepower. All of Thunder.
Glimpse, ya Allah, please dapat glimpse satu.
Fortunately, there is no Disruptor up anymore, so everyone else is going to be able to escape. But again,
Puppy buying back for that, trying to find something.
Ini mau kalau agak mending copy Leshrac biar spell M diambil. Benar sih. Tapi dia beli BKB.
Twice with an arcane rune. Good job to focus some of the supports down early, get the targets you can. That Glimmer Cape kept Puppy up a long time. You're going to need some detection next round. But it is the name of the game. You got to get the stuns before the BKB. Rezo lives, though, gets his off, and he's out of there. I mean, Marcy does Marcy things. See you later. And if Kaz just has to man fight. It's hard for him to just stay in this fight for too long after the BKB.
Yeah, look at that. That physical damage he's doing to Nisha is totally outdone by the Bloodstone heals. It's doing nothing. And I can't help but thinking if they had managed to keep Rezo chain stun and kill him there, then he doesn't come back and stop the Mars TP. In which case, you know, that team fight actually looks a lot better for Thunder.
Remember, taking Marcy out in this game means you're taking Sidekick out. A lot of damage on that Drow or himself.
Dede, Cok. Nisha Dede, coy.
So,
mukulnya sakit, coy.
Target for Thunder to hit, but you
Sacred
and chain it right.
This time around, it's twice now he's had some close calls, but this time he will not be blinking into the hands of Zayats, and Thunder will play safely in their triangle for now.
This is where that mech doesn't feel as good anymore. This is where you wish you had a bit more scale or even 4-staff. It's going to help your cores deeper into the game. Yeah. So once more, Thunder feeling like they want to fight. Aegis is still up for 2 minutes here.
Uh-oh. This is kind of awkward. Zayats well positioned on the high ground here. He might break it. There is a ping from Matthew.
Gonna break it for sure. Pekaz on the river.
Wow, look at them. They're actually sneaking around Zayats here. Might be able to find the right kind of initiation. They get Rezo first off. They're gonna get the spear. This time around, they chain stun him down. Zayats trying to get on top of Matthew. The same time, look for Chrysalis as well. He's playing the back line. Looks like he's getting out of there. But Nisha's going in there with his Bloodstone and his Aegis. He's ready to fight.
He's ready
to bring down the Mars. The spear goes up.
Mati lah, Cok. Allah Akbar.
Playing away from Nisha at all costs. Pacaz. Everybody else running away from the last strike and killing anybody else they can get their hands on.
Ayo Kristalis, koncomu cok, koncomu lo cok, bantu Yasu.
Kill Nisha twice. Chrysalis might be needed to help out. Arola and immediately silence. Pops Samantha.
Nice.
Too much.
Lanjut.
That one, the spear goes out. Getting them low, but without the more.
Masih ada Aegis.
So much of their damage now. It's Secret who are on the hunt.
Ayo lo. Balik lo anjing.
The blink dagger forward from Nisha is going to be able to slow down. And
Nice.
more. That's Panda.
Crystal Maiden can't sustain that much damage. Buyback from Matthew there as well. That was an insanely well taken angle from Thunder. Pacaz was in the river, and I think Zayats was calling out, hey, they're in the river. Instead, they were on the exact opposite side of that flank. Caught Rezo off guard. That's the name of the game. Marcy down without BKB. Still, all of that chase was for Nisha Aegis. Even if they get in there, he still has Aegis up. A little bit of an overextension perhaps, but at the same time, that is how Thunder plays. They are always going to try and push that numbers advantage, and if they pull it off, it looks absolutely amazing, right?
Yeah, it seemed like maybe that was.
Susah banget anjing, lu nggak ngeliat dari tadi tuh Zayak muter-muter di cliff buat ngediwart anjing, berapa kali dia muter anjing.
I'm still amazed at how much net worth Pacaz draws in these games. Like, oh yeah, I mean that was his first death. He was 9-0, but he is farmed. He almost has Ags. It's going to be pretty nice as well. If you can get the Ags from the Drow, remove that Ag, it really hurts this hero.
Yeah.
He's also doing a mad amount of work with stealing the Earth Spirit, though. Getting multiple silences, disrupting the supports. I mean, the Earth Spirit and Disruptor are getting silenced in these fights. Where's it coming from? Well, it's Pacaz Spirit, right?
Yeah. And that's something that Secret... I mean, it means they kind of need to play around each other as much as possible. Otherwise, this Morphling's just going to go from hero to hero, as they did in that last fight, right? They were just running away from Nisha and running into everybody else.
Yes.
Tunggu Reso ini coba apa Skull Basher bisa ngegas. Bisa bayawan lah Reso sama CM gitu sama Fire gitu kan atau sama Pango.
It's about him being able to stay and deal the damage. It's also about when he uses BKB. We saw Pacaz holding his BKB until the very end of that fight. He is extremely patient with it, and there's a reason. Like, he needs it up to be able to fight
berapa?
Track, so he can't block some heal. He needs it up.
Itu lo lihat di atas anjing. Kalau nggak ada kuning-kuningnya 0-0.
Initiation is still the name of the game here for Thunder. They do not. I don't think they want to go ultra late in this.
Siapa sih itu nulis itu BO5 Fik AZK siapa anjing Azek anjing.
This is uphill.
Yeah, very clear divide on who controls what part of the map. Thunder invading into Secret side. They don't have the right vision here. Matthew, his smoke breaks. He's going to deliver good to the side. Sacred, he's fishing in.
Nice!
They're not going to find anything. Oh no! Knocked him down to the low ground, and now the backline is being assaulted as Nisha.
Nice. Gila Reso, lu lihat Reso anjing, Reso bayawan anjing sama Morphling. Gila lo.
So that Morphling isn't going to be doing anything.
Glimpse. Oh enggak BKB.
Have to use his BKB. That's going to be another charge down. A spear goes out, but the stun landed. That's the Mars caught as well.
Nice.
He falls. 3 dead on the side of Thunder. Secret and their patience in holding their side of the map is well rewarded.
That's just an impossible formation to just go into like that. Zayats is holding his high ground.
Takut banget anjing, 3 di kiri, 2 di kanan anjing, terus yang 2 ngincer backline, gila.
Just so deep.
Kelas cok, kelas.
Looking for the chain stun near the cliffs. But good luck, my friend. It's just so hard going dark. And they need that initiation to land. If it doesn't land on a good core here, all of a sudden your backline's exposed. Arena latches nothing.
Reso anjing bayawan sama Morphling cok, GG kan.
Becomes harder for this Morphling. He just has to spend BKB getting out of there. Nisha gets to clean everybody up.
I mean, that is literally the ideal situation for Secret, right? They kill the 2 backline supports that do a bunch of damage.
Yep.
Rezo is keeping the Morphling busy, so he's not able, Pacaz isn't able to go and just like kill the Disruptor or whoever, can't go for the Drow. And on top of that, the worst part of all, perhaps, the initiation.
Dukung siapa? Gue dukung Secret, bro.
If Arena and Roll,
let's go Secret, ya kan? Kayak winner nih Secret nih tahun ini, cok. Papi menang TI keduanya. Yakin gua. Kalau kalah ya udah Kristalis di kick di Miracle gitu aja sih. Ulti draw masih nambah lagi, masih lah. 20 menit yang lalu dukung TI. Ya. Kalau 20 menit lalu gua dukung Thunder Waker soalnya gua ngebet 10 kill gitu kan.
It's gonna debilitate the Leshrac a lot more in the fight, help him man fight him. You have second Roshan coming up within that interval as well. Secret's just going to play for it. I don't think they're in too much of a huge rush here. They have BKB on the Earth Spirit now as well. Drow is just continuing to power up. Hurricane Pike level 21. You have the extra multi-shot damage online. It's going to get powered up even more through the sidekick. Half the gap closes hero now, or she's going to shred you.
So I thought I pointed out the mech earlier, which I thought was
OG sih cocok. Kenapa OG? Carry-nya OG kenapa? Carry-nya OG tolol.
Wraith Pact. And that item is everybody's talking about it in this tournament.
Oh, lawannya Secret cocok OG. Lu tolol Gar. Yang ada finalnya 3-0 anjing. Gak seru ntar finalnya 20 menitan anjing. Sejam lu dapat 3 game 3-0 gak seru anjing. Kalau Nikma disband terus Miracle pindah Secret tuh masih jadi fans Nikma enggak. Gue jadi fans Secret.
Seeing Disrupt Drags destroy these cores in those scenarios. Secret on the prowl here.
Yeah, this time it's Thunder who have set up in a part of the map and are waiting for Secret. Oh, Dark Mago don't get caught now.
Ketangkep lu. Stun mati. Langsung lanjut. Capnya perkosa. Kasih tahu Reso. Salam dari Binjai. Woi pandamu, woi lonte selamat, woi lonte. Oke, lonte mati, nice. Arena keluar, Kristalis gak ada BKB tapi cok, anjing. Shit, that buyback is so good. Lanjut gak ada BKB. Gak bisa sih, kena ulti. Ultinya habis cok. Gak ada mana anjing.
It depends what happens to this Roche, right? This fight is all about Roshan in the next few minutes here. Yep. This is why the buybacks are getting expended. They got the Drow buyback out of that at the very end.
Yeah, for seemingly for free. I mean, they're not going to be able to take Roshan for this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance maybe they didn't try and force it.
RS.
Will feel a lot better about his, right? I mean, he had to trek all the way back to mid after he gets gone on here. Maybe trying to bait the initiation just doesn't get the BKB off. Rezo instantly blink bashed him, I think. Very fortuitous. And of course, your front line gets broken. Your CM, your Snapfire are instantly gone. Nisha is always...
Nisha kelamaan anjing ngejar CM-nya, cok.
Yeah, and a big part of this was the fact that Panda lived there, and Nisha had to chase him down. So Nisha, during this entire river fight, is actually still chasing Panda Moo over there in the triangle. So he was just missing for the out engagement, which could have made a big difference. But it looks like Secret, in the end, the buyback is worth it. Chrysalis is going to be able to take the Aegis and the all-important negative shard. That is a really big
Sage Max. Ya, Reso kejebet dikira shard anjing tolol.
Absolutely. He's not feeling too bad about that buyback anymore. Now he'll get the upgraded Frost Arrows.
Yeah, we get that Hypothermia stacks coming into play.
Reduce the regen. This is the Scotty timing for Morphling, so... Yeah, how close are this regen reduction coming out?
Radiant's bottom tower is under
it's just so hard to fight into the Aegis now.
Yeah.
This is where this Disruptor pick, you know, he's
namanya Kristalis kagak dibeli, Kristalis ngapain anjing? Oh, Papi nabung the best item in the game ya kan, Aghanim Scepter anjing, gila literally, oh my god.
He uses it well. It's a very pivotal item in this game because every time one of those jumps happens,
yuk kurang 1000 lagi yuk, Papi yuk, gila. Tiba-tiba Morphling-nya di ulti skill 3 ya kan, tiba-tiba langsung nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain anjing. Langsung mik anjing. Silent langsung gitu cok. Otomatis anjing. Best item in the game anjing ya, Joji ya. Best hero in the game Joji anjing. Without a doubt anjing, Joji itu broken as fuck. Babi Joji itu ya.
Now I think Secret's very confident to take the aggressive positions because they have so many BKBs in. Of course, I think Nisha.
Main apa ntar Joji mid? Gimana cok? Main Joji mid, GG nggak Joji mid?
Yeah, and he's got a blink sight now. So look for this guy. I feel like he's gonna see something and just go. He's gonna blink, scythe, BKB, and.
Kas, oh itu dia blink sight, burst langsung meledos. Modiar ya. Cacok. Modiar kau ya su. 1 menit anjing gak ada buyback anjing.
They are definitely going to push the high ground here. Aegis still intact. Now his arcane rune popped for the left, so he is.
He wants to kill the creep wave because they know he has to slow down this push up into the high ground, but he put himself at risk of being glimpsed at or caught by the Earth Spirit.
I don't think Nisha's afraid of anything without Pakaz alive. 3,000 HP, blast rig on top.
Gak ada buyback bro, morplingnya bro. Gak usah balik sampai buyback. Kalau nggak buyback lanjut, anjing gas. No damage, no damage.
It's gonna fall with it.
Oh,
Pushed him back in. Oh, what an arena!
PKB?
The refresher as well. If he can line this one up, throws out the spear, but all the BKBs, all this magic damage is being ignored. Even Nisha able to blink away.
Loh, Kristalis sampai nangen si Cancok.
Ended up back up on the high ground. Not sure what happened there, but he should be fine. He's got the Aegis. Thunder doesn't want to go outside of their own base right now. Double arenas expended. 30 seconds left. Secret are going to call it though. They're
Cukup.
If you get
Kaget
spear
gua, Cok.
stun there, that's a shard spear with the level 20 talent, man. 3.4 seconds to stun on multiple heroes. Imagine he can land those right there. Secret I don't think they were expecting that jump.
Yeah,
because the BKBs were slow. They got him off eventually, but they really could have done some serious damage there with the double spear if it hits.
Yeah, let's watch that one again. He gets the spear. Look at the towers just like right there.
Oh,
and it falls right as he throws out that spear. I don't know what happened there, but that is just so
Ya, untung lah, nggak apa-apa. Emang terkadang Dota itu hoki, Cok. Nggak selalu skill aja. Emang terkadang Dota itu hoki.
Right, where they could have lost the lane of barracks, but you got to feel for him hitting a spear that good.
Lands. It's a guaranteed refresh double spear.
Yep.
Then you're feeling real good.
Then you would have held 4 versus 5, gotten a bunch of kills out of it. Instead, Team Secret walk away relatively uninjured and happy. 7,000 net worth lead, 24 to 20, 37 minutes in.
Pakaz says no.
Roll out.
Wow.
And Sacred.
One again.
He's gonna try,
Roll out again.
but he just keeps rolling,
Wow.
rolling on.
Demi ward ya, ngeroll BKB aja. Demi ward.
Think out, my friend. Otherwise, you're gonna get caught by Nisha. Otherwise, you're gonna go. Oh, the spear comes in. Dark Mego says hello. They're gonna chainsaw him a little bit, but they don't have the firepower. Not without Pakaz there, and it's probably for the best that they back up to their base.
Pakaz was there, Nisha might have been in trouble, but yeah, abusing that high ground ward, which did not get killed. Zayat's just getting in there, placing it, getting out.
Oh, you talk about rune luck. Look at that item. Nisha just found himself a timeless relic. What?
Disuruh menang sama Gaben real, coy. Timeless relic, let's go.
Sometimes the stars just align, right?
Yeah, seems like it. It's aligning for Nisha right now.
This always happens to mid players. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
It's always the rune luck, you know? The rune luck, the neutral item luck, but he's an absolute... I mean, he's still got a cloak. He's gonna turn that into something.
Yeah, we got the Aghanim Scepter now complete for the Disruptor, so that's coming out right now in the Courier. As the Aegis expires, Secrets still have big power spikes coming through. We got the Daedalus almost done for Crystallis.
This makes the rebound initiation a lot stronger, right? You also have this level 20 talent for Marcy. It's a decent stun.
Udah ganim, Joji udah ganim, Lar. Awas, Lar. Joji udah ganim, Lar. Awas. Joji udah ganim. Kristalis beli Kristalis. Ya udah tuh, beli Daedalus malah. Joji udah ganim, Joji.
It means the quick reactions are super important, which I always feel like is super tense as is going late game, but also on a TI stage, which 4 of these members of Thunder haven't been here before, first timers for them. So if they see the Earth Spirit roll in or the rebound coming in, if they pop the BKB fast enough, it could be a team fight game changer.
Yes. Also, if they get the jump. Right?
Yes.
This game is so much about who jumps who. You have this Mars looking for the multi-spears. You have Zayat and Nisha looking for the Blink Hex, the roll-in. This is what's going to determine the fight. You also got Trickster Cloak for this Morphin. This is a very big item this game in terms of his survivability. The magic resist, the evasion. Yeah, that's some extra invisibility to dodge some spells.
I mean, when every hit from the Drow Ranger decimates you, 20% evasion could do a lot.
Basher for Sacred.
Joji, ayo Joji. Joji nyari target, Joji.
They're gonna find that ward? Oh, no, they're not. They're gonna get initiated first. Nisha, not even bothering to blow the BKB. He knows this is an initiation that Thunder cannot follow up on.
Oh, Reso, anjing laki, Cok. Salam dari Binjai. Anjing sakit banget, Cok. Anjing Reso bangsat. Lompat gak mati. Joji keluar, Cok. Mati di. Morphling meninggal. Innalillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un ya. Tapi Joji juga mati, anjing. Fuck. 2 mati. Lonte buyback, lonte. Oh, Reso miss. Nice. Selamat, Reso. Sumpah ini Binjai anjing. Binjai broken, bro. Binjai broken, Binjai. Enggak. Binjai broken anjing. Pasti di ban next game. Gue yakin 100% pasti di ban next game.
Thunder was already having a hard time. I don't know how they could possibly do this without their supports.
Nisha is just playing out of his mind right now. Another arcane rune fight.
Bangsat, Reso anjing laki baca 4 orang lo dilompatin lo.
Cooldown. He jumped hex the guy, they kill him, and then he basically got blink hexed again. It's just so hard.
Lah, nggak takut Ler, ada hex Ler.
Are Team Secret gonna keep the pressure up? Are they gonna force Thunder to use more buybacks?
Nggak bisa anjing. Kalau Valve, gue kasih tahu nih ya Ren, kalau Valve event itu nggak bisa ada update tengah-tengah event, nggak bisa kalau Valve event. Oh, kena hex, belum sempat ngemorf, mati dong, dieback dong, please ya Allah, ya dieback. Salam dari Binjai, aduh masih selamat kan. Mati tuh, dieback, nice, satu.
Rolling Thunder on up. They cannot let Team Secret walk away with this. Bakaz is coming back. He's TPing in.
Tenang, masih ada Papi, masih ada Mik.
Setting up with his Aghanim Scepter. They wanted to keep going, but now Nisha seeing them on the retreat with the Rolling Thunder on cooldown.
Salam dari Binjai.
Resolution also catching that Snapfire.
Mik.
Never mind. Rezo grabs him, tosses him back in. Turns up into that rolling form, but blink away. He's good. No physical damage came out. Team Secret.
Jojinya mana? Masih ada Jojinya. Sabar. Belum dipakai Joji, sabar. Lagu-lagu Ian tar anjing. Itu doang anjing.
Wow, Secret really respecting what this Morphling can do in a deep base scenario.
Kalian gak beli dagger apa nih? Siapa si Joji ya? Joji kan lo beli dagger enak, Cok. Oh ya, lagi nabung.
Maybe that's enough to dissuade the fight. But man, with that level 25 Edict talent, I would have thought they would have pushed Throne there. Yeah, at least try and force some more economic damage out of Thunder.
Ada duit BU. Kan Papi ini kalau main support bisa tajir, Cok.
Thunder's potential hold as the Morphling you said, but they've got super strong initiation.
Still 30 seconds, no Mars.
Yep.
This is maybe just the smarter play here. Puppy with the smoke. The air will jump anything and everything.
Goes in, blink in, goes for the nice, dapat 2, glimpse of us.
Huge opportunity, 2 dead already. 2 dead with Thunder limping along as is.
Rosan. Rosan apa tadi itemnya, Cok? Refresher. Please refresher.
Never hurt anybody. They know
Refresher
there's
kah?
buybacks on this Thunder slide, so that's another 7.
Oh, Aghanim. Oh, nggak apa-apa Aghanim. Lu lihat ya, Aghanim dikasih ke Earth Spirit. Aghanim Earth Spirit, let's go. Zayak Earth Spirit saving motherfucking people, bro. Atau Nisha lah, Nisha Aghanim juga nggak apa-apa dah. Nihilism. Nah, nihilism, oke, nihilism. Sudah agak. Oh ya udah, tajir banget anjing berarti. Oh ya udah agak nih, nggak lihat gua. Oke, nihilism.
That's pretty much the only choice here. Puppy has his and Zayat.
Udah anjing, ini mah nggak bisa kalah, Cok. Siapa Liquid sampai.
We almost have the blink dagger on Puppy, which is huge when you have the Aghanim Scepter, because now you could solo initiate team fights instead of.
Tajir banget Papi. Kita tadi BU beli dagger dah. Kenapa masih udah ada duit anjing? Kenapa udah 2.000 lagi anjing baru beli dagger bangsat? Oh. Papi jelek anjing. Ultinya jelek, Cok. Papi mati. Buyback. Nihilism keluar. Mati sih tapi harus apa kaspis mati. Oh nice. Mantap. Nice. This nice. Gila. Jadi batu ditendang di skill 2 mantap dodge. Cheese langsung balikin kontol anjing. Gila. Kelas.
Just clinical gameplay from Secret. The rune control, the Roche control. They gave nothing up to this Thunder team, and they're getting to their item timings. They're getting to that triple BKB. They're getting to the late game where they have Ags on their supports. Those fights just become impossible. You have to hit these crazy spears off the back of the Dark Mago Mars, but you're not going to hit those every time.
Let's go.
Team who's not
Indo Pride nih.
Very clinical gameplay coming out from Secret, and Thunder, you're going to have to amp yourselves up here a little bit for game 2.
Yeah, definitely it seemed like Team Secret came into this well prepared for the Thunder aggression. pretty much shut it down, right?
Oh,
it really didn't feel
Gila,
like
mainnya
this was
Marcy,
the
Cok.
Thunder
Ya
getting
Marcy
the
salam dari
momentum
Binjai,
like they
bro.
have before. So
Makanya jago, Cok.
it's going to be a little rough, I think, to be able to bounce back from a loss like that. But if any team can, it's certainly Thunder, and I'm sure the panel has a lot to say about their chances going into this.
Thank you very much, Cap and SVG. Yes, the storyline for this one, I guess, to kind of open it up with Team Secret really dominating game one was Thunder Awakened didn't get to play their aggression and really were off to a bit of a slow start and played into Team Secret's kind of BKBs and then progression through their items and just, yeah, amazing play all around by Secret. But will we
Kalau
see
gue
a better
predik
Thunder
di
Awakened?
Twitch ini masuk ke sini nggak
We
ya?
probably will in game
Masuk
2.
ke ini gue nggak? Dota gue nggak? Prediknya harusnya masuk, Cok. Soalnya nyambung Dota gue sama Twitch. 2-0 ini Secret Lair. Feeling gue sih 2-0 ya. Sama kayak Tundra ntar 2-0 juga, Cok. Oh, masuk anjing. Ini kemarin nih. Boleh juga. Ini tadi sih, ini baru hari ini. Oke. Masuk lah. Gue dapetin Treasure Crimson tuh gimana? Lu harus tonton. Nonton aja, nonton in game atau nonton di mana lah. Nonton pokoknya. Terus kalau ada First Blood, random dapat.
And then 10 seconds before that, Nisha bought a BKB.
Itu doang,
9
hoki-hokian.
minutes later, Earthspray has a BKB. So by 30 minutes into the game, 4 heroes have a BKB.
Jangan di YouTube pokoknya nontonnya, antara di Twitch atau di in-game.
Secret playing just calm, methodical.
Atau masuk TI, atau beli tiket TI. Kalau lu beli tiket TI dapat treasure pasti.
Of Thunder Awaken.
Yeah, and just an amazing performance by Nisha there. Had the
Kalau
time of his life on his track. Sorry.
beli tiket TI itu lu dapat.
Get in on the panel.
I wanted 1 point. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Thunder
Bang Jo.
Awaken tried. They had their
Gak jelas
trade
anjing,
on like
Arif.
8 minutes, smoked the mid laner to the off lane, killed Rezo there, did a good job with that. Like they tried some of their moves, but it's all very readable. And it felt like the key moment for me was when
Rakyat
they
gue
gave
banyak
up
yang
this
bener
roast.
sih.
There was this fight outside the Roche pit. The
Rakyat
first
gue banyak yang
roast,
bener
we
sih.
had buyback from Dark
Gue bilang
World,
OG
buyback
kalah sama
from,
Tundra benar gitu.
Drawing
Cuman
as well,
NTT ini
and
salah, Cok.
Secret really
NTT
got
lanjutnya
that
salah,
roast
Cok.
for free
Gue kira lawan
afterwards,
Aster, ternyata lawan
and,
Liquid.
you know,
Jadi
spells
kayak,
on cooldown,
oke.
and this sort of set the rest
Ini
of the
Liquid
game's
gue kira
tempo
menang lawan
for
Aster, ternyata
Secret
enggak,
to just
Cok.
win.
I mean, some of the fights in the dire jungle, the first one actually went in favor of Thunder
EG
Awakened.
juga salah,
and then
anjing.
the second one, they were like, okay, we can probably do this again. You know, have
Tapi
some
bener
real
lah,
blow-up
di sini lah,
potential with
beberapa
the
lah.
Mars Arena and some damage on top. But Zayat's breaks
TI
the
winner Liquid ini
smoke.
sangat
Then just
sangat
Matthew on the
kopium.
fire, he tries the Glimmer Cape,
Sangat
but then it's too late
kopium.
because everyone else
Sangat
in Team
kopium.
Secret is like, okay, we
Tapi
know what's up. They pull back
ini
and then
salah.
you know, Arena
Ini no
went
hope anjing.
haywire
Udah
in terms
keluar
of
anjing
not
timnya
great for
goblok.
Thunder Awaken, and it really felt
Tim gue di sini udah keluar semua anjing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keluar semua tim gue kecuali LGD bangsat. Lu bayangin ngentot. Keluar semua kecuali LGD doang bangsat. Babi emang ya.
Set up the castle around the draw while she's farming the triangle.
Gak bisa
And
dicek
at
ya
the
ininya.
same time from Thunder Awaken, the way they smoke, the way they ping out the Earth Spirit on the cliff.
Ini
and
juga
then
udah keluar
they
nih
show
bocah
the
nih.
morphing in the river but move around him.
Yep.
Ini juga udah keluar nih dua
Some
nih.
next level plays right there.
Ini juga bentar lagi keluar nih.
One of the things we got to follow with this storyline is actually this.
Lu sangat menghormati
people saying
Matumbaman.
is,
Iya betul. Gue
Puppy's
sangat respect
one of
sama
his best
Matumba.
chances to win a TI, but he's been
Udah keluar nih. Ini juga udah keluar nih dua nih.
Is our friend Purge.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, he is the last remaining all-TI player. No other player has been to every single TI. But a little backstory on Puppy, for those not in the know. He came from the best Dota 1 team at the time when TI1 rolled around. And after 3 weeks of practice, they ended up crushing TI1.
Liquid Jesus anjing. Real shit, Cok. Matumba tuh. Gue respect sama Liquid Jesus. Makanya gue gitu.
I was there 10 years ago. Actually, 10 years ago. Right place, right time to get hugged by Puppy. I didn't wash that jacket. And I sold it on eBay immediately afterwards. It was very worth it. At TI3, Puppy and Navi were still in the grand finals, proving that they were the best Dota team and that they had so much esteem. But it really went downhill afterwards, and at that point, Puppy ends up leaving Navi and forming Team Secret. Secret never struggled to attract top talent because Puppy had so much win and he was on the squad, but they had a lot of disappointing performances, and that led to many swaps and different rosters. Their worst results.
Mainnya pelan-pelan anjing 7-8. 5-6, 4-3. Tahun ini 2. Maka teori gue bener kan? Teori gue menang Liquid anjing, soalnya tahun ini Secret juara 2.
6th place and winning over $1 million, a little bit more than Puppy won as a team at TI1. 2019 got even better for Puppy and Secret, they were consistently crushing every single tournament. Puppy was back finally. They didn't win TI that year, but they went even higher, one more step up, 4th place, $2 million. 2022, 2021, inconsistent results, but again, they showed up strong at TI, 3rd place, $3.6 million. So now Puppy's here, his 11th The International, already overperforming. Let's see how far he can go.
Thank you very much.
Ya 6 dia di mana anjing?
Pictures of Puppy.
Kok kali dia 6 anjing?
Actually a real picture. That's how he rolls into TIs. He gets
Ya 6 juara berapa dia?
He's got 10 lanyards. He thinks he's Flavor Flav. He goes through the whole lobby. Stares people down. Sideboard map behind him with shades, boombox, Estonian rap music. It's tough. It's tough to go up against that team. He's devastating. So, yeah, brilliant history and a lot of fans for Team Secret. And I do believe we're going to check in
2015 2016 anjing. 2016 RTZ Envy. Envy telan bumi sekarang, Cok. Wah sekali.
Yes, we are here to show you and share a little bit. What are you doing? What is this?
I'm waving. Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Norway.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
We thought it would be fun to kind of
Apa tuh hijau-hijau apaan
emphasize the
anjing?
internationalness of TI by
F.
how close they are
F.
to all these amazing fans.
The fuck anjing? PGL.
So we have several different language broadcasts here. We have Chinese language, Russian language, Portuguese language, Spanish language, and English language casters all in one place.
My God, ada cap di belakang sini nggak kelihatan lu pada.
Never had him this like close to the crowd and just being able to interact. But I think it's really neat. All the languages.
Ya Toro kok sekarang nge-cast mana anjing? Oh, bangsat. Nggak semua botak ya Toro, babi.
So guys, you know, we got some casters around there. Who's your favorite caster?
Odie Pixel.
Odie Pixel. Oh, okay.
Gak ada yang jawab Toby One ya? Kalau ada yang jawab Toby One gue respect.
Next series, I think.
I'm there.
Okay, spoiler alert, sorry. Favorite caster duo?
Obviously Cap.
Oh.
There you go.
And the other one with Cap.
There you go.
Oh, you mean Blitz?
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, Casey.
Yeah, it's SVG.
There you go. That's kind.
Trying to help a brother out there.
Casey.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your favorite.
Wait, where did you come from?
Oh, my goodness.
I tried to get you earlier. You said no. Who's your favorite casting duo?
Oh!
Yes.
My God, nggak ada yang respect buat caster lain, Cok.
Give a shout out to some of the C casters as well, but I mean, I go way back with this guy Cap, and I do miss Blitz on the stage as well, casting. So I mean, I don't know. Let's get him back here soon.
Did he pay you to say that?
No.
You sure about that? Did you pay him to say that?
Maybe later. We'll see.
No,
a couple drinks later, we'll find
Okay,
out.
All right.
We might have missed a moment. Cap, in a frustration, threw the water bottle, and yet again, in a fit of frustration, it went on his head again. Cap, stay away from the bottles, bro. All right, we gotta get those away. Take it easy, wet boy. Put it down. Thank you very much.
Favorit gue Ranger Emas dan Cornet siapa nih Ranger Emas? Cornet saha ngentot.
All right, I know we have to send it back, but I need to hear more from people.
Okay.
Why is it so quiet?
My God, si crowd.
Don't worry about getting me on camera, Myron. I'm just trying to hear from the people. Just make some noise.
Si crowd, bro.
Thank you very much, Casey. And Slacks, yeah.
Favorit gue malah dua mas-mas yang nge-cast follow di Muse waktu itu. Wah, yang mana tuh?
A lot of fans
yang
for
mana tuh?
both of these teams out there.
Yang
But
mana
I think,
Muse,
you know, even though people have such a history with
Indonesia ya?
Team Secret, I do believe that Thunder Awaken
Coba
really garnered a lot of fans
gua malas, gua nggak subscribe ini gara-gara apa?
Scene as well, and that's one of the
Streaming
things
mulu
that Casey
anjing.
and Slacks kind of talked about.
Mana
This is the international, and now
Miss
even
Indonesia
our
Valorant.
broadcast is so many
Siapa
languages, and
anjing?
it's really amazing.
Caster, wow.
Yeah, I mean when you have
Pasti
teams
ini.
like
Wow.
playing with their hearts on their sleeves and also playing with such a
Kok yang lainnya
confidence,
anime
skill,
semua
it's
casternya
easy to be
ini
one
bukan
of them,
anime.
so hopefully they can bounce back
Wah,
and
siapa di
get to another
casternya?
3-game series today in Secret.
Yeah, well,
Casternya sepihak nih gue membela
just a
Jamet
moment. But what
Nusantara
they
dengan
need to
peci
change,
gue nih. Wow.
Cheap to go, you know, what's the kind of pep talk that they might have had backstage?
Casternya, caster yang sangat-sangat sarkas dan suka ngata-ngatain orang. GG.
I wanted to
Casternya
see
GG.
sniper instead of a morphling, but like I don't think it's a problem. I think mostly it was just their play and cleaning it up.
Nge-cast tapi kayak ngebet anjing malah
being
mihak
able to
lah.
hold that map and stuff.
Makanya itu gue nggak mau nge-cast kalau gue ngebet. Nah, tapi ini gue nggak ngebet anjing. Oh, tenang.
Karena masih bersama gua.
Gila isinya ngamuk-ngamuk anjing. Gue demen anjing baca chat ngamuk-ngamuk. Mana ya baca chat ngamuk-ngamuk ya? Baca chat ngamuk-ngamuk. Enggak. Sebelum GG anjing. Mana nih? Masa kakak Yasa tersayang dibilang gak main? Weh. Mendukung yang pasti menang berat sebelah. Weh. Caster apaan ini? Wow. Casternya gak salah, bacotnya aja yang nyebelin. Wow. Wow. Yang salah caster. Wow. Kelihatan banget dukung siapa. Wow. Teori salahin caster tuh. Hashtag ganti caster. Wow. Hashtag ganti caster. Wow. Sebenarnya gue jujur ya, sebenarnya pas waktu nge-cast ini gue sebenarnya udah pengen baca chat terus gue bilangin anjing. Tapi enggak ah. Untung ini, Cok. Untung gue sama Tukul ada gimmick punya ide gimmick lah. Nah, sebelum ini. Match bola udah tanya Robby, emang hari ini apa match bola, Bro? Liverpool Nottingham. Bisa sih. Apalagi gue 2 gol anjing. Tapi mereka terakhir kali ngelawan Nottingham dibantai anjing. Lu gimana bisa dipanggil nge-cast gitu? Nggak ada anjing. Disuruh Tukul aja tiba-tiba. Ini Dan Henderson kenapa jadi kiper anjing? Bukannya dia ini ya CDM ya? Firmino, Salah, Carvalho, Fabinho. Main di City Ground. Main di Nottingham. Gak tau dah. Udah mulai belum? Draft 2 belum. Tukul sebenarnya diminta tolong sama Asa, terus ya ngajak gua, ya udah guys. Itu doang sih. Menang sih harusnya Liverpool, tapi nggak tahu bisa 2-0 apa enggak ya. Soalnya kemarin Liverpool lawan tim lawak aja cuma 1-0 anjing. Kemarin lawan siapa sih? Lawan West Ham anjing. 1-0 bangsat. Kali menang 1-0 mulu anjing Liverpool. Nottingham yang ngepecat 22 staff timnya. Iya kali. Terakhir kali lawan Nottingham kalau nggak salah 9-0 itu ya. Oh enggak deh, 9-0 Bournemouth. Pernah lawan Nottingham kayaknya. Apa nggak pernah? Nggak pernah kayaknya. Gua halu. Oh ya belum pernah. Nottingham di bawah anjing, paling bawah, Cok. Tuh dibantai Leicester, lu bayangin anjing tim dibantai Leicester, dibantai City 6-0. Gimana ya? Iya tim tier 2 anjing, tim ini kan, tim apa? Promosi. 2-0 bisa apa enggak Liverpool? Gua nggak yakin anjing. Liverpool mainnya angin-anginan, Cok.
If they could just fine tune it a tiny little bit, I believe we can go to game 3, but they did hit a rock in that last game.
Puispias gak main tapi kan? Ya Puispias gak main, Cok.
At least I think it was like 6 draws to their name. Like they haven't had
Luis Diaz kenapa? Injury ya Luis Diaz yang meninggal.
They've never lost a game yet. Like they have taken L's so far in their TI run. Like so this isn't going to be some weird experience and like guys, we were doing so well with the South American team suddenly nearly top 3. Like they've already experienced this style of
yeah, I think they've been really consistent. I mean, they got
2
wins,
10 kill sama game winner
in the groups, and of course they took out Evil Geniuses in the upper bracket, who had the best group stage to be here against Team Secret.
One thing that they didn't have in the last game was maybe saves that they usually have. Is that something that you would like to see Sheepo from them, perhaps?
It is definitely in Panda's style of play to take these saves, but I do think the Crystal Maiden is very strong and deals with so many meta heroes that I think it's good to adapt, and like something that Thunder Away can do that other teams in South
Mending
America,
ini, Cok, Munchen nih, Cok, mending Munchen.
It's one of the reasons why they're
Atau Dortmund nih.
and getting better as a team. So I'm definitely not against it. It's mostly just like a little
Atau City lawan Brighton nih bisa nih. Chelsea MU nih, Chelsea aja nggak usah MU. Madrid Sevilla ini juga bisa tuh. Banyak anjing hari ini, Cok. Sabtu soalnya. Iya, Sabtu sih. Banyak.
Thunder Awaken's not here, and what do? They just back out of that
Sama banget
and
ngedraft
go all the way across the map to their own because they know that there's too many angles for Thunder to like catch them off guard by, and that is just like the high level stuff that sets them apart.
All right, thank you very much, Sheet. Well, it looks like we're ready to go into the picks and bans of Game 2.
Team Secret versus Thunder Awaken. Game 2.
We could be seeing a third best of 3 here today, and that's a nice change. Everything else is, prior to today went 2-0, but so far we've gone all the way, and this one definitely I feel could still have the same kind of storyline.
21-20, bandnya tuh. Tiny. Next di pick anjing.
As you say, they're the seasoned team. So that also makes them even kind of scarier with what they might be able to do in the draft, maybe, Lizard, just because they
Nix pasif aja, ya. Nix pasif nggak sih?
Of course, when you're a seasoned
Sudah ke Anda
team,
rungkat? Belum rungkat dari ini, belum.
Like when you're this
Marcia lepas lagi, coy. Gimana coy? Marcia lepas lagi, coy.
Right, so he can go
Marcia silencer, bro.
Pull one out, like bring it back here. There's definitely a lot of versatility that the history is giving him, the experience is giving him.
I'm talking about old school, yeah, we've seen a couple of Drows now. One from
menang ya.
And that was victorious, and this one as well. And people weren't really, thinking too much of Drow, they were really thinking of Sniper.
Gue liat dulu picknya dia.
The Drow versus Sniper is just...
Reso silencer bisa jadi, Cok. Zeus.
It's just different in how they work, because this morph last pick, whilst we all predicted it, right, it's still a good matchup for Drow. Her ult is piercing base armor. It means it's always good against these agi heroes. It makes the matchup a little bit harder, where Sniper is meant to like outrange and be better, and he can get that mobility from a shard that Drow can't get, and she has to get like a 4-star. And there's these two heroes
Zeus.
and how they fit into the match.
Zeus hari ini kalah nggak sih?
The difference here from Thunder Awaken is they're snapping up the heroes that they want much earlier on. Don't you think so, T? Like Zeus being banned out in the last match, right?
I mean, Zeus is the hero from Thunder Awaken. When you think about
damage-wise,
like Dark Margo, he's like averaging, I think so far in games.
Terakhir main Zeus menang nih. Tapi lawannya EG. Nggak bisa dijadiin patokan.
Record right now for TI games just from being so active, and that was the key difference at the previous game. He played this Mars, and then he retreated towards the jungle. And I remember during the cast as well, like Cap and SUD, it's like, Dark Margo's farming stacks. He's in the jungle. It's like, that is so, like, not uncharacteristic, but the fact that you're playing, this hero is normally, this player, sorry, is very forward thinking. So yeah, I like the fact
lagi kah?
in this phase of the draft,
feeling gue gini ya, gantian anjing. Tim-tim gini tuh biasanya gantian, Cok.
They have given him
tapi gue,
very early.
tapi Thunder Awaken anjing mainnya agresif. Secret mainnya pasif.
Spot in which they now have to waste a lot of bans in securing him. That's why you see the Storm. That's why you see the TA banned out right now.
It's just funny to say that the hero is a Zeus. Like, if it was any other hero, it's like, okay, cool. But like, we're talking about a first phase pick 8 Zeus, but you don't really see any other team doing it. But this is like one of the few teams that, I mean, I feel like it's the only team that's actually doing it in this position. But like you mentioned, ban-wise, they are having to ban out a Storm, a TA. Probably don't have
game winner kayaknya 2-0 dah Secret dah.
The jump, but maybe even co-op potentially.
Yeah, there's just so many ways of dealing with him. Like any sort of a hero that of course, you do have that jump now available to you. Like you have a mobility spell built in, but then again, if they find heroes that can get on top of you easily, you're still a Zeus.
I mean, speaking of one of those heroes, Marcy was massively banned, throughout the tournament. Now it's been let through twice. Rezo had it game 1 with the BKB. Maybe not as huge of an impact.
Copium secret.
Teammates when it came to just, raw damage output, but for
Secret 2-0.
I mean, is that something to be concerned for?
Of course. Do you think that's enough, though, Sheep? Like, is Marcy enough to get on top of Zeus?
I think it's one thing. I like it on pos 4 a lot, because
Kunka pasif gak sih, guys?
You are able to rotate on mid as a 4 and jump on him and throw him back. The jump only can go so far, right? You're already pulling him a bit out.
Tapi ya, kalau gue pikir-pikir
as a 4 than as an offlaner, but Rezo makes the hero work so dominatingly.
Kunka harusnya pasif anjing.
To just give it to him as well, especially since he's feeling good from the first game.
Now we get to see the second phase Kunkka. We saw PSG do it yesterday, now Secret doing it once again. Just solidifies your draft against skirmishing lineups, skirmishing styles. And Thunder Awaken, they probably wanted to go like Crystal Maiden +1 in this position. The CM to enable the Nyx, just the general fighting style. But now there's a Kunkka, it's like they're going to run into that 20-minute BKB timing once again. Be it the Marcy, if they fully subscribe to skirmishing styles,
gue cuma ngebet game winner ya.
BKB piercing stuns, and they could just have the same style as game 1.
It gives you damage mitigation right from the boat, from the ramp. At the same time, you have these heroes.
Berarti gue dari awal dukung Secret Lair, nggak ada dukung Thunder lagi, Cok.
Give vision. Like Nyx always likes to scout, right? Like if you scout over a sentry ward, you're pretty much dead. That X marks the spot will seal the deal. And the same goes with Zeus. Like we were talking about Marcy and how she might not be enough, but now that you have Kunkka as well, it is enough. All you need is that one single stun to set up for the X mark, and then he can jump all he wants. He will be brought back.
do you think the opener as well from Thunder Awaken is leaning towards a little bit more kind of map, I wouldn't say control, but kind of being comfortable? Because, you know, Nyx can scout a little bit, Zeus can de-ward quite cheaply. Last time it felt like a couple of their jumps in the dire jungle just, you know, didn't work out just because of the vision that Secret had.
Yeah, there's definitely some advantage to be had in those two heroes when it comes to like vision and map awareness, and just even using the ulti of Zeus to scout, right, to pinpoint where everyone is at the beginning of the team. So it is helpful.
It's one of those things where Secret, they love to fortify their farming areas really well, unlike other teams where they'll look to go fight and then they'll have like indirect control of areas of the map. Secret's more, we really will occupy our territory more. And when you have Zeus and Nyx and these heroes, and also when you pair it with multiple skirmishing heroes, you can just break down those areas of the map a lot easier. You can actually take the fight and the 5-on-5. And Thunder Awaken, they do opt to go for that Crystal Maiden, as we mentioned. It's just depending on what style they want to go for with their most likely offlane pick. They can still go like the Pango route just to cut through the early fight, but you might lead into that same problem that I keep mentioning with BKBs.
I do think that's a good point about fortifying the areas you're playing in as well, because Nyx is a hero that wants to look for these pickoffs, especially as this patch seems to have slowed down a little bit. If you are keeping sentries down and using heroes to break smokes and break these things, it's harder to find these types of pickoffs. And I think Thunder have set it up really nicely for themselves in the fact that you have one playmaker with your Nyx who scouts, and the Zeus damage is always going to be there, especially when it gets the Ags. So right now they have a really amazing pickoff lineup, and Secret can respond to that with these next heroes in making more of a ball of people that just play together and don't want to super split up or can cover each other, because I think that was one of the biggest problems Thunder had last game, was it felt like as they got more pressured, they started to break apart more and not cover each other. They weren't buying 4-staffs, they weren't having heroes sitting behind other heroes and saving them.
On one side you get Watermelon, right, Tidehunter for some team fight. On the other, they just pick up the Ursa as an instant answer in the laning stage at least. Then later on you can shoot right through him. By the way, we have noticed one bug in the draft so far, Nyx Assassin. What about the Brood Mother? Is that not a hero in this matchup? Because they have played it on Secret, but so far, in the first game and in the second, left untouched.
Thunder Awaken don't play the hero, or at least so far at TI, and Secret's a team where they won't always jump on the most meta heroes. They'll just keep in the back of their mind, and if they see an opportunity, they'll present it.
I had the feeling that it was a decent pickup, perhaps, up to the Tidehunter pick.
Up to Watermelon, yeah.
It feels like it's an offlaner, right? For the most part, everyone's playing offlane, and when they take this Marcy, I think they're confidently wanting to give it to Rezo. Yeah, so there's just no space for the Brood. Because we've seen the Brood starting to get a little bit dismantled now. People are understanding that the more pressure you put on it and delaying this Wraith Pack timing, the worse of a hero it is. Whereas Marcy feels a little bit more versatile because her laning is so powerful. She's really just needs like her BKB and then she can just go.
But by the way, we did mention that Marcy is most likely Rezo, right? But at the same time, they did play the Silencer even on the offlane. So they can adjust these things very, very easily according to the last pick of Thunder Awaken.
I'm a little bit concerned for Thunder Awaken because they rely heavily on exiting lanes with a slight advantage to be able to set the tempo of the game. Because once they get to this mid-game, they rely on the Ravage to be their primary defensive spell. And if you ever get the Ursa blinking on or the Marcy jumping in, and you
get on top of Ravage, there are these saves,
area like Force and Glimmers come into play. So Secret do kind of have a bit more of a easier time playing the game as it scales. Maybe Paka's carry can shift that balance.
What's brewing, James? I have a feeling you have an idea.
Thunder Awaken play Slark, or I mean, because like I'm thinking about the hero.
Aganim Kunka kejauhan anjing, Aganim Kunka tuh kejauhan, cok.
Secret, and it's Pakaz we're looking at now for his carry pick. So what are you guys thinking?
He hasn't played it. He didn't play it in the group stage at least, because I also was thinking about Slark and looked for it. So big brains. Yeah.
But it is a South American hero, right? Like all these regions that like aggressive playstyle, carries always play Slark. Like it's one of those top heroes that has to be played. It just brings you MMR, right? If it brings you MMR, the carry player is gonna love it.
It feels like Thunder Awaken need a carry that just can win the lane, because Nyx can relatively secure Tide. Zeus normally farms well mid. Yeah, they banned the Bloodseeker because that's what they paired last time with it. And a CM Bloodseeker lane, you will just win your bot lane and you'll provide yourself a good time to play.
They need objective taking.
Exactly. Don't you see a lack of that, right?
They have nothing that pushes and sieges towers. They have nothing that takes Roche. I think they have really good vision given heroes that can help against the Ursa taking Roche. But yeah, you need something that can take them yourselves.
The thing with Thunder Awaken is they don't always think with that mindset. They sometimes think with more the if the heroes are dead, the towers can fall after, right?
That's true. But I still wouldn't want to be sieging with the Zeus.
Yeah, exactly. You still don't want to be hitting towers with Zeus and the Crystal Maiden. It can be a little bit difficult to do.
It's stuff like what gyro they've played in the past.
Apa anjing hero yang bagus cok? Coba gue bingung anjing driver Thunder nih.
Oh, I don't think I'd want gyrocopter into the.
There's this one other.
It's a hard position to be clear.
Yeah. There's this one other XU panelist here, Lacoste. Maybe you heard of him. He
Jagger,
had a very wild idea this morning.
Yep.
For his draft, it was a troll. We're probably not seeing that, right? Most likely not. Certainly.
I mean,
because it looks kind of decent here.
Kinda, yeah. Good for the lane.
PL, bisa sih PL.
I believe in anything for lane, and they go for the slot.
Nice.
James is on fire.
Yeah.
That's
Me and Thunder Awaken, you know.
He's actually
We're in tune.
he's the coach. He's the secondary coach for the third coach.
Yeah,
Bisa deh.
he ain't called too good for nothing.
Tapi nggak bisa nge-push anjing.
But no, yeah, this Lark, it pretty much gives them the fight, right? Where after the lane, they're going to be able to just continue skirmishing and fighting, and if this Ursa wants to go for this Battle Fury plus extra build, Thunder Awaken can bring everyone to an engagement.
For me, it feels like it falls into SA, SCA, and back in the day Eastern European playstyle. Like, you do not have objective taking, but you're not looking to take objectives.
Exactly.
You're looking to fight constantly. This Slark eventually will become that beast. If he steals enough agi, he will take down the towers on his own.
And this is like the Bloodseeker ban from Secrets, where if they didn't ban Bloodseeker, Thunder Awaken would just pick it. They would have CM Bloodseeker, great lane. But now that they've banned it, Slug feels better, feels more comfortable, and Seek's like, yeah, I guess it's all right.
I love how Heen is right now.
Very passionate.
Heen, the coach, he is laying down a point. He's like, we are doing this. It's been decided. Headphones off.
It's a good point.
It's a good Leshrac.
It's a really good
You
point.
will play Leshrac. Stop complaining. I don't care if there's a
He's
Nyx.
like, I'm bored.
Reso o Leshrac.
I won last
Kata
game.
itu Shibal. Soju sekya. Ya. Nomo cinta ya gitu-gitu
Even
doang
though there's
anjing.
a Nyx, it gives Secret a way to
Leshrac.
and play around and prevent Slug from wanting to get into the middle of the fight.
Annoying anjing terus counter tuh.
A little bit more careful.
Reso,
I'm excited to see
Leshrac.
where Secret's players pick the heroes. Like, we didn't really get to see where they're going.
Even though last game I had a feeling their draft was perfect, this time around I can see the cracks. I can see the openings for SA.
Same here. I'm a big fan, and you can always itemize around it. The slot can go Mage Slayer, BKB, all good.
All right, well, here we go. We're going to be sending it over to the commentators. It's Team Secret could be punching their way into the upper bracket finals, but Thunder Awaken...
Anjing. Oi, motivasi. Kita bisa menang. Kalau enggak, nanti kita jualan narkoba lagi. Gitu.
In their opening game against Team Secret in the group stage, they lost that game, and then they went in to go into game 2, where they managed to bounce back and get a victory.
Woi, itu monitor kiri. Woi, ini monitor kiri belum keluar dari game sebelumnya, Cok. Goblok.
One game down, they turned their attention once again to that.
Stop thinking about winning, Tai.
Does not play too many heroes, but the ones he does play, he plays quite well.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Zeus first phase, it's one way to either clinch your berth or go down to the lower bracket.
Cuma dua caster lah. Justru, Cok, monitor tengah itu monitor broadcast. Monitor kanan tuh monitor analis, monitor kiri monitor caster gitu anjing, emang gitu, Cok.
I think it's something where it could have been anybody's hero going in
Jadi
anywhere,
sih
but
gitu ya.
instead they're trying to address
Oh, di Pixel tuh gitu soalnya. Oh, di Pixel and Fog.
for the Zeus. I feel there's a
Predik. Mana predik? Mana predik? Nggak ada. In game. Predik. Predik. Aku mau predik.
That said, this is kind of a
Kalau misalnya gue predik di sini sama di in game, apakah dihitung dua? Nah, ini. Player who plays most option forward. Sayak. How long will the game be?
It just keeps getting better.
Tiga 744. Number of ancient camp stack. Ancient camp, emang ada yang bisa ngambil stackan ya? Dikit lah, 0 sampai 5. Last player to be killed.
My keyboard is not working.
Kristalis. Ini pasti mati Kristalis anjing di combo. Nggak apa-apa deh Kristalis.
Oh, that's very nice.
Kok 60 FPS, Cok?
Это нереальная дота, просто фантастика.
en pantallas el Zeus de Panda. Perdón, de Darmago, Panda Mu con esta Crystal Maiden y finalmente Slark en manos del señor Pacas. Tenemos la facción de los Dire para Secret, dímelo, tipo.
Y por parte de los Dire de Secret tenemos a...
Semangat banget anjing casternya. Caster Spanyol semangat anjing.
Para la zona de Blainer tenemos también a Marcy, que va para zona Super 4. También está aí por aí Pop.
Nesse começo de partida, a briga por visão e espaço nesse tabuleiro.
Secret já começa na vantagem.
Gue demen anjing denger gini. Semangat jadinya, Cok. Coba.
Dark Mago jogando com seus Zeus, já executou isso nesse TI, vai enfrentar um Lasharak nessa rota do meio, Pepe.
Получается на воду в 2 местах Секрет, и здесь в это же время, да, тут Заяц запрыгивает не точно.
Kurang asik ini begini.
放了一个震撼大地走这边，有一个撕裂大地。西河想要过来。
Ina ngantuk anjing.
吃了一个先。
哦 ，nice first
这
blood。
个撕裂大地也漂亮。
对，一级这个撕裂大地伤害非常高的。然后刚才那个位置的话，小强也是一条道走到了。
Kill to give away. I mean, you're giving this offlane like Shrek a very large head start against Slark. She's going to be very happy to abuse and the cause also.
Indo nggak ada. Oh, Indo ada nih.
His wave and let the first wave under his tower. So this lane is.
Ya, mari kita saksikan di sini Nisha melawan Dark Mago. Apakah Nisha bisa dapat kill? Masih di sini Dina. Oh my god, bagus sekali dinanya dari Nisha. Langsung Dark Mago masih menyicil. Kalau gue nge-cash gitu gimana? Bagus kan, Ler? Coba gue mau gitu Fuck lah. Bodoh amat. Ya, kita lihat bersama-sama. WXC ngantuk. Lu mending nonton cash-cashan gua anjing. Di bawah di sini Resolution melawan Pekas sama Mateo ya. Mateo. Pakas, Zayak juga menggunakan Marcy, kena stun di situ Resolution. Mengantuk saja di situ sepertinya Resolution. Gak ada caster kayak gitu ya. Pakai logat Madura nggak bisa anjing. Gua nggak tahu logat Madura gimana, Cok. Ada lu kontol. Gak boleh. Kenapa anjing? Lebar in game gue kencengin anjing biar semangat. Jangan jauh kenceng banget, Cok. Budek gue ntar kalau fight. Oh, di bawah stunnya masuk ke Slark. Apakah Slark bakal mati di sini? Dilempar mundur. Kayak seperti Pakas bakal mati, dipukul sekali lagi bakal mati. Tidak mati di situ. Pakas masih bisa lompat ya. Tapi sayang sekali level 1 harus mengambil skill 2 di situ. Pakas mengambil lompat-lompat, stunnya lagi dari Resolution. Tidak bakal kena ya karena Resolution. Diulang mulu kata-katanya, ya emang karena seperti itu. Maju. Oh gitu maksud lo. Oh maksudnya Madura ini, Madura standar, Madura TV, Madura sinetron. Kalau Madura sinetron bisa. Yuk nonton kita di sini ya, Le. Ada Maco masih nge-stun Maco lo, kena satunya ceng pusing di situ Resolution jala pusing. Tak tahu mau ngapain, Papi di atas mate ya, mate. Innalillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Telah meninggal Papi, Kristalis juga kayak bakal meninggal. Mate kia cong, mate kia beremale jara bakna bola, bakna bunggen. Pada jala bunggen. Ya lanjut di bawah Matthew kena slow karena aku slow nggak bisa jalan. Zayak nggak ada lompat stupid. Oh ada lompat Zayak kena stun lagi. Slarky boy bisa lompat nggak? Pekas. Oh di stun Pekas meninggal juga Pekas. Temate Matthew nge-stun boleh. Oh ya gue kira kena anjing. Nggak, tapi nggak apa-apa. Skornya 2-2. Gue juga nggak nge-bet 10 kill sih. Sakret. Satu hit lagi sakret. Udah enggak. Pas. Capek gue anjing nge-cash kayak gitu bangsat. Kayaknya gue nge-cash pakai bahasa Madura dikit-dikit gitu ya. Papi. Oh, carok di panda Papi, marah carok Papi. Bunggen Papi, takoan. Kira Nisa emit ya. Kalah Lasita. Oh, bebe boleh cukok. Mate boleh cukok. Tonjok sakale boleh. Bunggen, Zayak bunggen. Sakale boleh mate racong bunggen ya elah. Ketakara tak ngekill ya bunggen ra. Bermacak nah. Ya tawar apa aja? Cukoknya tak farming. Ada pesena. Miskin. Cukok napi miskin ya. Cukoknya mesti melehan gas LPG se berna biru ra. Kayak bahasa Korea. Ya. Kemudian dulu. Số了哈，说哈，哎，说哈，那么讲是讲上水哈是哈，杀了我了，望什么中部的至少哈，杀了我是哈。Itu Cina ya, gue gak ngerti anjing bahasa Korea palsu, gue gak bisa. Thailand bisa gue. Thailand bisa gue, Thailand. Khắp lo hỏi. Sắp lo hỏi. Hả? Có là nào, Christian đi sao lo là. Có là hệ sao lo watermelon hả, có là hả. Hả? Có là hỏi sao à, pork sao lo hả. Xăm lo chả, trông lo hỏi là bằng lời gì. Xong lo hỏi như là ai. Sắp lôi là watermelon rồi là bằng lôi là. Sắp lo hỏi là khắp lò là hổ hả sắp lò hả là dạ rút màu là rút màu là bà không tổ mà là hả con kha ngoài sao màu là xăm là hả sắp lò hả khắp lò là đời boy hả là the boy hả rồi tôi bahasa Thailand bahasa apa lagi kok cuma bisa gitu-gitu dong anjing apa lagi cok Sunda gue nggak bisa anjing Sunda. Oh Sunda masuk juga follow up ada kak tapi di BK tadi nggak masuk anjing Sunda cok. One more hit. Nice. Bahasa apa? Sunda nggak bisa anjing. Sunda gua nggak bisa ngentot. Oh, kapal masuk ke tengah. Mana? Anjing goblok, anjing kapal masuk. Cicing sia goblok. Mate anjing. Oh, enggak ngerti gua coba bahasa Sunda bangsat. Bahasa apa? Belanda. Van Nistelrooy, Gapo. Cody Gapo. Gravenberg. Oh, Van Persie. Van der Sar. Pakas. Poklepok pakas. Van der Sar. Pakas. Innalillahi. Enggak, orang Belanda enggak ngomong innalillahi anjing. Zeus ulti dapat siapa? Oh. Aksen Korsel tapi bahasa Jawa. Aksen Korsel gimana anjing aksen Korsel? Ya. Coba gitu ya. Tuh. Iki apa Iki lapo? Oh, turun kena tapi dibales Piye to? Oh, mati mane Nisa mati mane. Ono Niso. Oh, meninggal. Oh, Niso. No. Gitu kah? Gitu. Nggak tahu gue anjing. My god, stacking. Zayat. Cok, kok kalah, Cok? Ini, Cok. Secret, Cok. Gak sih, tapi bawahnya kebantai sih anjing. Gak main anjing itunya. Lucky boy-nya. Ganti lagi ke caster SA.
Suas garras para acumular uma quantidade de dano insana, alcança nível 6 agora e vai ter essa resistência com essa ultimate poderosa.
A lane, o começo é bom pro Tide, depois já era. E é uma rota da Ursa. E aqui no bot, tá dando rotação pra cima do Lash.
Embalar foi duplo, vem o congelamento. Tá chegando por aqui também o Darkmago. O abate pode ser bom, o bot acabou encaixando o primeiro nosso. Já acontece Zack, agora pode ser o próximo, ele tá no chão.
Sumpah semangat banget anjing caster SA. Demi apa dah? Semangat banget anjing.
O top secret é pressionado. O Cristal já viu que rotação pra baixo, ele vai tentando pegar a Star de Hunter. A resistência colocada à prova. Veio o Matthew pra salvar a sua melancia.
É, reação instantânea.
Semangat banget anjing.
Lá em cima, tipo, sabe que a galera tem low bot, vão tentar punir esse Tide.
Kalau ada caster Arab enak ini anjing.
Tinha ido a pé, então o Matthew já tela pra responder e não deixar esse abate de graça pra cima do Tide.
Uma ronda de ímpeto agora aqui pro Niche.
Kalau ada caster Arab kayak nonton Dota bajakan ya anjing ya.
Pressionar, Pandamu pode ser o alvo da perseguição. Encaixando pra cima do Zeus, chegando com o navio fantasma, controlado o Darkmago, pode acabar caindo, o Darkmago vai pro chão, mas antes ele utiliza a sua do trovão, não teve dano suficiente pra punir ninguém, o Pandamu pode ser agora.
Sim! Olha a suinha!
Sim! São dois abatidos a favor da Secret, vai sair do Zayak também, o Pump e nenhum dos suportes se quedaram.
O Pacas
foi de um lado pro outro, pode garantir a primeira agilidade. Na verdade é a terceira. Terceira agilidade permanente na mão dele, é o quarto maior patrimônio. Quem tá farmando muito bem aqui é o Darkmago. É o Zeus, apesar de ser punido, tá em primeirão.
Exato. Tipo, então, o Kunkka, no momento que pega essa runa de ímpeto, vê uma treta rolando dele, opa, é agora que encontra os Zeus. Dá um lindo torrent pra pegar
Si
essa
profesor,
encontra os Zeus, dá o
Salah,
X,
ini bukan profesor, ini Ronaldo. Kalau bahasa profesor ini Ler, bahasa profesor. Mana? Bahasa profesor.
Por lo menos hasta el momento, 3 cargas de agilidad permanentes. Esto es bastante bueno. Recordemos, amigos, los status. Es que un de agilidad aumenta la velocidad de movimiento, también la velocidad de aquí, también la armadura y hablando de la armadura. El complicado. De la vuelta en la parte de top. Lo segunda Pandamu. Tiene que ser cuidadoso. Frontal, no te comprometas demasiado. Pandamu, la
Dia ngomong refleks aja harus gitu anjing.
Gastaron un recurso importante con ese Ravage. Aún así, cuidado, hay muy buena respuesta del equipo del Trono. Veíamos que estaba teniendo ciertas complicaciones en juego temprano, un Pacas que la pasaba mal en la parte inferior.
Gue kayak nonton La Liga anjing. Gue kayak nonton La Liga, sumpah demi apa gue nonton La Liga anjing.
Acá pinta muy bien para el equipo sudamericano en la parte final. Cuidado otra vez.
¡Vamos!
Mucho incisivo con el tema del Pulse Nova. Hay que tener cautela porque, lo dicho, lo repetimos. Pulse Nova, Diablo que atraviesan también el Shadow Dance.
Y la diferencia de la partida anterior, si bien es cierto, tenemos picks repetidos como lo ves Marcy, como lo ves Dead Rack. Las posiciones son distintas y esto afecta muchísimo.
Siapa yang ngegang siapa anjing ini, Cok?
Hablando de offlaner, resolution, let's rock, cuidado la casa, saltado el bug impacta por el cara, feita de lo suyo. Resolution acaba con los dos. Y el equipo de Thunder sufre una baja que duele. ¿Cómo duele, Yolito?
Mau caster ngantuk nggak? Caster ngantuk, caster ngantuk.
走位，他明显是不知道对面破布的不是这个拉希克，被马西第一时间逼开了，然后小鱼人吃了水船之后，连自己大招都没开，直接被秒了。
直播撕裂大帝和船长幽灵船。
Super Idol de Xiaorong dominated Yen. Power Switch Yang Guang dominina Yen. Ini kita ini, Cok.
Молнии накидать, и все замечательно. Нападение здесь на Зайца. Пытается он тут отбиваться как-то через ультимативную попаку. Перекидывает этого Сларка. И стан еще залетает.
Он не попадает станом, зато Торрен точный по Мэтью.
Это ему в плюс сыграло, если что, он в Карапас застанил. А так Мэтью сейчас просто погибнет.
А и так, я думаю, его не отпускали бы. Там, я и думаю, что идея главная была Сларка все-таки оглушить.
Untung gua nggak ngebet 10 kill anjing.
А не Никса. Но Ниша успевает везде. Вот что примечательно, в этой игре Ниша не проигрывает своему оппоненту. Вот один раз там удачно выбежал Зевс в начале. И после этого...
Nix has a decent amount of levels this game. You're going to have to think about the Vendettas, especially in these deep pushes into Thunder's territory. They want to have Secret go into them to take the fights.
Buat anjing caster ini bagusan ini, Cok. Spanyol, gue lebih demen Spanyol ini.
Eso es geometría pura. Y hablando de ello, el equipo de Secret, hablando de números, acá hay una estructura contra muchas unidades. Eso no pinta bien. Tiene catapulta para topar la tier 1 en la parte inferior del mapa.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Un poco de resolution. Va a ir por ese ítem que destrozó la partida anterior.
Sí, a final de cuentas también como que dejas libre el héroe, ¿no? No importa básicamente quién lo maneje, pero acá creo que...
Tequila, amigo.
Un héroe que ha sido
Pablo Escobar.
Cierto.
Está yendo en el mismo rol,
Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. ¿Cómo está? La puta madre. La puta madre. Tranquilo.
Se vuelve a meter, dale con lo que concentre. Acaba de detectarlo el pitito. Sin embargo, el Pandamu se acaba de meter. Pandamu en problemas. Underground, el mago 1. Por poquito. Llega el Robert de la muerte. Van a comer con la Marcy. Saya se escapa también. Nisha se queda solo.
¡Vamos!
4 contra 1. 3 han caído del equipo de Thunder. Lo sufre América.
Uy, complicado. Ahí se quedó solito.
Sí, ¿cómo está? Gue lapar anjing.
De apoyo al menos con un poco más de daño. Estaba a punto de caer la Marcy. Fíjate cuánto termina por irse. 887 de oro de intercambio. Mucha experiencia también.
Это нереальная дота, просто
contra el mundo, nada que hacer, hermano.
Suave con Nisha, doble pantalla. Cuidado, vemos ahí la repetición. Mientras tanto, la parte de abajo, tratando de colocar aquí un pequeño golpe. Ex Marco Spot, Darpak utilizado solamente para asustarlo. Y es que están molestando mucho a Pake, Julio. Y esto no le conviene para nada. Falcon Blade, eso a ver. Quiere optar por la defensa Blade. ¿Cómo estamos en Nighbot hablando de eso? Minuto, trazado del encuentro.
Valor neto ahora mismo a 3 minutos de partida. 6.200 liderando el Zeus. Para el H-Rack, 5.000 para...
Gak ada makanan anjing. No food, pangina. No food, puta padre, puta gracias.
El capitán marca la X también. Cuidado que van a hacer el torrente. Puede ser complicado. Arriba, abajo. Cuidado con Pandamu. Tiene que escaparse, pero... Estaba Nisha con el time trigger y esto de continuar, hermano.
Sí, de todos modos, tiene que retirarse. Sayak trataba de utilizar el rebound. Lamentablemente, Vendetta se entregó. Lo acaban de encontrar. No te lo creo. Global Silence. ¡Oh, no! El gatito se entregó a los brazos de la muerte. ¡Pero el mago! ¡Eres tú por parte de Sayak, amigo! Nuevamente temblando en la casa. Marcy sigue para Sacred. Cuidado, Serena Moreno, no te dejes inquietar. Si
No Ravak.
La diferencia de Network no es suficiente. Ursa Warrior por otro lado va a trabajar en lo que es una Diffusal Blade también. El Slark, Pacas está un poquito más cerca, aún así, para poder pelear. Cambio de objetivo.
Sí, cambió a una Mage Slayer básicamente.
Ren, lu menang judi mulu nggak pernah mau bagi-bagi, Ren.
Me parece un ítem bastante inteligente, ¿ah?
¿No es una Blotter?
No.
No, o sea, con el Mage Slayer justamente para ir en contra del Silencer, en contra de tanta magia.
A la larga, claro está.
A la larga, sí. Bueno, contra el Ezreal, ¿no?
Un ítem básico que te va a servir muy bien en juego temprano.
Ahora, es un dolor de cabeza de quemar. Si bien es cierto, en esta ocasión está como Super 4 y no como Flaner. La diferencia en Nightbot se nota, pero aún así sigue siendo un verdadero problema. Un héroe que con nivel 6 puede afrontar línea en contra de hard carries que están muy bien posicionados en el Ledge. Es una habilidad demasiado monstruosa, sobre todo cuando no tienes la BKB, que justamente en estas etapas tempranas, no te digo. La Bloodstone ya está lista por parte de los ¿Cómo te enfrentas a eso?
Pero es que estamos incurriendo en el... Estábamos una vez terminado que dependa naturalmente de una Spirit Vessel, algo que pueda reducir la curación temprana. Ahora vamos a entrar en el mismo punto de primera partida. ¿Quién va a calar en el HP del Slark? Va a tener mucha curación, va a llegar tal vez tardíamente un ello Cali dentro del Slark. Claro, tal vez la Mage Slayer pueda mitigar un poquito el daño mágico que ejerza el Shrek, pero al final de cuentas bastante estable.
Aún así, a la larga, el Global Silence no debería afectar mucho al Slark. Depende mucho de los timings también. Y poco al Hunter, ¿no? Ya que tiene Kraken Shield, se puede purgar con cierta cantidad de daño. Y hablando de él, acaban de encontrarlo Lighting Storm, Resolution, presiona, optimda. La zona central del mapa, no han tomado ningún
streaming real life IRL nggak? Gue pengen belanja cemilan deh. Sama makanan mungkin beli makan.
Claro, ahí ponértela cuando guste.
Habis game ini.
De balonento para el equipo de
Gas gak?
Es que hay sandía ahí afuera, hermano.
Dale, no te preocupes.
Kalau pro duit baru ngebet di BEP. Gitu.
Cuidado con Resolution. O sea, la verdad, creo que el daño mágico, claro que no va a ser el mismo tan fuerte, pero cuidado. Uy, retrocede.
Pakai DC aja enggak dong. Ada pakai Streamlab HP bisa kok.
Creo que se está yendo a Galim Scepter para tener un poco más de rango dentro. Bounce.
No, sí, claro, de todos modos, la doble carga.
Gue gak tau bandwidthnya berapa ya.
Recordamos,
mumpung masih ada data juga.
Ahora, cada vez que utilizas el Pons, ganas 3 cargas automáticamente de lo que es el Essential, el robo de esencias, y esto es bastante útil para un área que justamente que depende de ello. Cuidado que la zona de medio se acaba de encontrar Crystal y si en la ventaja del Crystal de Morta llega nuevamente
efect.
El robo de la muerte, Crystal y su problema son Thunderbolt.
Menang lah.
Efectivo, no tiene freezing field, ahora sí el expert del bot, Torrente que llega el Gochi, mete la casa Frostbite, en contra del Ursa Warrior, no puede frenar el seco, a punto de perder el equipo de Immortal, dale, que no soy yo, toma que ya no ha sido, solo un golpe, te lo pido, Dios santo,
Nice, mati itu, Watermelon.
Y está solo contra el resto del equipo de Secret, 4-5 contra 1,
nice,
por Dios santo, no pueda.
Go. Liverpool ler gue bet 10 doang, gas. Gue juga ngebet dah dikit, ntar. Dah.
El torrente, un tiebreaker que termina por darles mucha cantidad de HP.
Tower Life Part 2 enggak,
están teniendo mucha coordinación. Estamos teniendo una efectividad completa con el tema del Ravage. Veíamos que Panda intentaba hacer algo con el Freezing Field. Claro que sí, le trató de quitar el tema de la inmortalidad. Pero es que falta algo, Cutipo. ¿Será espacio creado para Pacas? Todo esto se estará generando a base de este mismo Clark.
Bueno, de hecho, sí, está jugando alrededor de él. De todos modos,
lupa gue denger ini jadi semangat. Tadi gue gak ngerti dia ngomong apa dari tadi, tapi seru aja gitu.
Pues estamos considerando de que Marx es un medio de fuerza, Kuka es un medio de fuerza, Lesran tiene buena cantidad de regeneración, sobre todo Silencer tal vez es el único que pueda sufrir allí. Y bueno, Ursa Warrior, si bien no es un héroe de fuerza, tiene mucha resistencia justamente con el ultimate del Rage. Cuidado, y hablando de eso, Julio, Príncipe, que cuidado con Sacred del medio.
Sí, está marcando la X el lugar, no va a pasar a mayores en regeneración en la parte superior. Crystallis sigue farmeando, tiene ya la Diffusal Blade, eso es último, el tema del mana, el tema del chaiseo, el tema del slow también que otorga este ítem. Sayak se hace acreedor de esa regeneración, mientras crecimiento de economía siendo positivo para el conjunto. Están ahí a la par, tal vez Smoke lanzado va a buscar agresividad del conjunto.
Sí, va de nuevo Crystal Maiden cerca de la zona del río, lo que callamos los support nuevamente con su arcana. Mire, el lobo gélido lo sigue todavía.
¿Cómo estando?
Mientras tanto, Darmago por otro lado tiene lo que es justamente el que haya para la amplificación de daño. Y si no me equivoco, acaba de sacar el Shard. Sí, el Shard para poder tener ese porcentaje de reducción de máximo HP. Y es lo que caracterizaba justamente a Useos antes de darle el Kibble Jab. Darmago, el problema, Kibble Jab demasiado corto. Lo alcanza el Arcade Course. Ahora sí, termina saltando el tag al fondo. Se sacrifica por el equipo de Splitter.
Ayuda.
Lo reventaron la cabeza. Aquí en la Crystal Maiden no hubieron dulces, pero sí un rico network para el equipo de Secret.
Es peligroso, ¿no? Quiero pensar que ese espacio creado para Pacas.
Otak anjing tuh Secret ngapain, Cok?
Que cuidado. Secret también está muy amedrentado, tal vez en la parte del con la X también torrente de la atención puede ser complicado también. Audition ejecutado también, Ravage defensivo, cuidado que llega también en el barcazo, en toda la nuca, simplemente arranca de parte los chicos.
Bro, Secret nggak main-main bro, game 2 bro.
Pues todo se pinta demasiado mal. Cuidado ahí, puede ser bueno. Global Silence ahora sí. ¿Dónde te metiste, Matthew? Está complicada la cosa. Right click de parte Cristales hasta luego.
GG anjing.
Termina por caer a final de cuentas. No lo sé, están dando...
Está dividido el mapa. Pacas trata de conseguir lo más rápido posible lo que era una gran Inceptor, también una BKD, pero es que no está dejando respirar. Secret está asfixiando económicamente a la escuadra. Mira cómo bloquean. Está Lerrank en la parte de top. Presiona muy bien las líneas. Mientras tanto, Conca cerca del triángulo de farming. Le va a quitar todo el espacio de Network y esto no le conviene al equipo de Thunder. Los van a forzar sí o sí a pelear para encontrar justamente un espacio en el mapa. Cuidado arriba nuevamente.
No, garis ke satunya.
Recordemos que te da una pequeña visión. Ni bien lo colocas, por lo cual trataba de hacerlo, pero Darmago se acaba de comprometer demasiado. Cuidado con Papi. Demasiado daño, dímelo, Yulito.
Ojo con la BKB también van directamente.
Kenapa dia track nama Papi ya barusan ya, gue nggak ngerti anjing.
Silencer, 1-1, el intercambio bastante positivo, pero aparece también Sek donde está, no hay todavía Ravage utilizado, viene para acá, también apareció Pandas, right click de parte sobre Saya, mejor dicho, double kill para Sacred, y este es bueno para el conjunto sudamericano, cuidado con Nisha, la persecución de parte de Matthew también utiliza la Shadow Blade, pero no hay detección todavía, eso se complica un poco, hermano.
Vamos, despacito, silencio, lo pueden terminar encontrando. Nisha está cerca, también el Ursa Warrior, a Matthew no lo pueden ver, ellos tampoco, pero algo, un instinto de cazador, el instinto de presa, a ambos les avisa que técnicamente no hay nada de malo, Julio, pero con el cuadro puede venir el IP, le cancelaron el TP, bonito, encontré Nisha,
cuma stun cancel sesemangat itu anjing. Kayak lu tuh cuma TP terus di cancel stunnya bisa udah kayak reflect dapat 5 orang, black hole 5 orang anjing.
La verdad que sí, bastante calor acá en el Santa Carena, el lugar donde se está desarrollando acá el evento principal de International acá desde Singapur, chicos. Saludos a toda la gente que está viendo la transmisión en todas las plataformas acá apoyando desde tan temprano al conjunto sudamericano.
Así es, saludos para Cosío, ahí está, estamos en la casa, Papi, desde el Santa Carena, rumbo a lo que viene a ser esta gran partida. Bueno, al decir así, no, creo que al intermedio de esta gran partida, 5K de diferencia, que no es mucho, pero el equipo de Secret lo ha sabido mantener. El juego de manos, juego de villanos, decía por ahí un compadre mío, y ahora mismo el equipo de Secret no puede tener compadres. Aquí va por todo. Silencio, Julio, silencio. Calma, incluso en el Santa Carena. Expectativa a todos por esperar qué es lo que puede pasar. En contra de Silencer, lo acaban de atrapar.
Mati tuh. Keluarga. Nice.
Cuidado, complicada la cosa, va a desaparecer Pacas también, pero ¿qué pasó por ahí? Ravage no se puede pasar. Y esto todavía persiguen simplemente el Secret también. El Tyrant va a caer, venga para acá, hasta luego.
Cakep, Cok.
Desaparecen, son 2 bajas y el punto europeo totalmente limpio. ¿Qué pasó ahí? Lograron romper ahí, muy buena jugada por parte del capitán europeo. Rompió el primer Pons y el segundo ya no tenía impacto, simplemente estaba a nada de impacto el Ravage y termina por escapar simplemente.
Si bien es cierto, el TIE Hunter tiene Vladimir Suffering, quiere trabajar en lo que es un right back, no tiene mira. Ahora mismo, a ver, no, ahí estaba,
el segundo el primero y claro, ya estaba con el Erxmark de Spot y ya el Global Silence termina por dejarlo a merced de los chicos de Secret.
No pudo utilizar el Dark a tiempo para poder limpiarse y bueno, la carencia justamente de una iniciación. Es que, bueno, TIE Hunter tampoco tiene Blink Dagger, o sea, se acerca caminando y es bastante lento para poder iniciar de una manera tan ofensiva. Lo malo es que su habilidad también tiene un cooldown considerable. Ahora acaba de dar espacio a Crystalis, pero hay que ser cuidadosos. Ursa Warrior llega un momento en el que se estanca, pierde el impacto, tiene Diffusal Blade, lo cual era para poder pelear temprano y no han obtenido tantas teamfights. Sin embargo, han podido sacar mucho provecho mucho del espacio que han creado. 8K de diferencia, 25-10 al encuentro. Secret dominando la casa, pero Thunder tiene expectativas, tiene bastantes planes. De hecho, para lidiar contra esta situación. Darmago con el Judul Scepter, ítem defensivo y es muy bueno contra The Ursa Warrior.
Ahí vemos la intervención también de parte de Matthew, una Blink Dagger, un futuro Judul Scepter también para él. Crystal sigue farmeando como vemos la complicación clarísima del conjunto europeo. Una beca bella para este Ledge Drag va a ser complicado. Bueno, Matthew termina por llevarse el cura y cuidado con esto. Entonces escapa tranquilo, ileso, sin vagar ahí de osado. Mientras Papio, el capitán, termina por de guardar muy muchachos así jugando en tiempo, en su timing, en su ojo. Cutip, valor neto ahora mismo dominante por el equipo de Titi.
Sí, cuidado con esa horror de que la acaban de encontrar. Crystal Maiden, Pandamo, Frostbite, de nuevo. Crystal Salta, para Pandamo va a tener pesadillas. Pandamo con la Marcy. Le dijeron todo sin ninguna palabra.
Y ahora sí van a la parte de los muchachos de Secret. Ahí con el Unleash también, utilizando todos los recursos necesarios junto con las First Webs también. Va a terminar por llevarse este Roshan, este primer objetivo. Ahí está en el rico Roshan de Team Secret. Es que, a ver, estamos complicaciones en las ejecuciones por parte de Straway, que no tiene el tema de la Blink Dagger. Pacaso ya tiene al menos su Akarim Scepter a trabajar en lo que es la BKB. Si bien llega la BKB, creo que puede facilitar un poquito para el equipo de Sudamérica.
Para poder pelear tranquilo, sobre todo para evitar...
Apa sih tranquilo, anjing? Apa yang disuruh tenang, anjing?
Incluso poder lidiar en contra del Airborne de manera más tranquila. Claro, el equipo de Secret también tiene BKBs, es muy cierto, pero conforme más se alarga la batalla, le conviene muchísimo más Slar. Tiene la facilidad de entrar y salir. El inconveniente es justamente en esa transición. Cuando Slar sale de la batalla, ¿quién puede afrontar ese daño? Solamente TIE Hunter, pero por lo general no lo quiere. La Crystal Maiden puede cumplir un buen rol.
Gue mau nonton ini, Cok, Liverpool.
Secret pesa mucho y hace demasiada mella en la alineación de Thunder. Sin embargo, puede ganar un poco más de espacio, más de tiempo para el network.
Oh!
Ahí Secret al menos
kira anjing.
Concluir ya es.
Udah ngerti juga tadi ngomong apa, sumpah pusing gue.
Dentro de la teamfight también, pero ya ojo, Ninja también tiene ya la Silver Age. PKB tienes la inmortalidad, cuidado que tiene muchos ítems de defensa. Y ojo que Pap simplemente tiene una Force Staff, pero una Force Staff muy efectiva, un ítem que le ha ido salvando al menos a lo largo de esta agresividad que proponía Pacas.
Sí, y hechos va por una Force Staff en lugar de un Ghost Scepter, por ejemplo, para evitar el damage y más que todo sino también para poder ayudar. Ghost Scepter es un ítem un poquito más egoísta, se puede decir, porque solamente se activa en uno mismo y de todos modos no te garantiza una movilidad, sí o sí te va a terminar encontrando. Cuidado con Saya, Frostbite, no tiene Crystallis, cuidado con Crystallis, no tiene Blink Dagger, si no me equivoco.
Tuh, gue denger tuh barusan ngomong apa, belum ada Blink Dagger. Kau tahu tuh barusan dia ngomong gitu. Mulai ada Blink Dagger, belum ada Blink Dagger. Gila, gue bisa mulai mengerti lah sedikit bahasa-bahasanya lah.
Mira la dichosa sin el Matthew, el Gotito haciendo el corte de líneas en la parte de todo para acá, se va a encontrar a Sacre de Blayulito.
Quedó por ahí, la X marca el lugar, prepara que el barcazo. Los oponentes también, cuidado con ese pero es compra de tiempo, desaparece ya el señor Sacred, ya casi cerca de la BKB, el señor Pacas, al menos esperemos que con esta BKB, lo dicho, tienen que tratar de recuperar el equipo sudamericano.
Pero mira el resto del equipo, la escuadra en la zona de medio, no hay TP defensivo, Saya que está totalmente solo, no tiene cómo afrontar una situación en contra justamente del Slar, mientras tanto en la parte inferior del mismo Secret, con todo el resto.
Kenapa ya orang ini bisa semangat banget, gue bingung anjing, hidupnya ngapain anjing, semangat banget kontol.
Sure, lo puede encontrar el Gotito, hará la jugada, podrá la hazaña, va a ir por una Blink Dagger, necesitan iniciación, acaba de ver al Courier, acaba de ver
bisa triangle, iya nyari ya.
Sabe que están cerca, 3 Couriers.
Nyari Courier anjing.
Lamentablemente no tiene rango,
kurang lebih gameplaynya Yuka gitu. Cuman bedanya Yuka nggak berdiri di situ, Yuka ngepit.
Ahí los Couriers yendo de la manito, ¿no? Porque
cuman uselessnya sama.
Miedo.
Es un búho, dice, se chapó un búho, la típica tira de piedras.
Claro, hay que irse de la mano porque si no, esta partida que está tan compleja, se cae de valor neto para el equipo de Team Secret, ya las cosas empiezan a disparar en cuanto a economía se refiere. Veamos si Pacas va a terminar por generar disrupción en la inmortalidad, minuto con 40 segundos. Ya que tiene el equipo de Team Secret, hay que ver todavía, sí, cuidado ahí, la parte inferior de Armago. Lightning Bolt molestando un poco a Crystalis. Ya tiene también el shard, los TPs que llegan del equipo secreto. Atención que quieren acabar.
Kurir doang ini tadi diincer sama dia.
Sí, le acaba de quitar la BKB, le acaba de quitar la BKB. Dime que se le quita Sayak, se le quita Sayak. Ya no puede entrar de manera buena. Y eso se merece la pausa de la gente. Lo acaba de aplaudir, de hecho. Es que sí, por lo menos se Matthew.
¿Dónde está siapa? Dia anjing, temennya.
Preciso de los couriers, ya que están dominando la parte inferior del mapa, por lo menos trata de presionar. Sabe que los couriers van a pasar por ese lado. Llega un courier con Observer War, tratando de ir nuevamente Thunderbolt para detectar al equipo de Secret.
Ulti Zeus buat nge-scout aja kayak gitu anjing.
Quiere el equipo de Thunder ahora mismo, Julio, es pelear en vano. Consigue la alabarda. Ha sido muy molestado, pero lo ha conseguido. La alabarda para Diamond.
Al menos pueden comprar un poco más de tiempo con eso. Cuidado, Arcane Curse en la parte central. Misha molestando con el Tidebringer. Activan también Kraken Shell. Ítems defensivos, de estabilidad de teamfight, pero me hace creer que hace falta un poco más de daño. Cuidado por ahí. También el Ravage va a utilizar, pero no le da tiempo para nada. Va a desaparecer. Nada que hacer sin el Ravage tampoco. El conjunto europeo destrozando ya la tierra. Ha tenido la presión en la parte central. Esta cosa se complica, hermano.
No, y tiene mucho sentido no utilizar el backback. No utilizar el Ravage antes de morir, porque si lo utilizaba en ese momento, el cooldown es demasiado alto, Julio. No iba a poder conseguir lo que necesitaba justamente para la próxima defensa. Ojo, que el equipo de Secret tiene justamente lo que se le quiso de Immortal. Se le va a terminar. Y la próxima pelea de Roshan va a ser muy crucial justamente para la escuadra de Thunder. Ahora que se le ha ido la ventaja de Roshan, la alternativa es o se mete en su bosque a recuperar recursos y lo puede aprovechar también el equipo Thunder para hacer lo mismo.
Sumpah nih Nix mainnya cuma ngincer kurir anjing.
Solamente para uno cortar las líneas, encargarse de los courier y está molestando demasiado. Así que vamos con el replay cops. Púchale.
Apa nih kok diem dibungkam ini? Ditangkap polisi.
Comunicación certera, nada más.
Gue kira disergap polisi anjing.
Equipo de Thunder. Una partida un tanto compleja, ¿no? Al final de cuentas creo que le serviría, creo que defender la parte del high ground. Tienes un Ravage que puede ser efectivo. Entonces ahí, como decía, ¿no? A veces la mejor ofensa es...
Muy cierto. De hecho, estratégicamente, si tú cortas la línea de alimentación, y eso es una estrategia de guerra antigua, el arte de la guerra es justamente así, cortas la línea de alimentación, la línea de suministros, que justamente es la línea de couriers, el equipo de Secret no va a poder estar tan cómodo para poder afrontar las líneas defensivas. Cortas las líneas de las waves, no pueden tener creeps a favor para poder presionar. El equipo de Secret se ve obligado a tratar de regresar a las líneas, los obligas a tomar camino de vuelta a casa para poder presionar. Mientras tanto, el equipo de Thunder acumula recursos, no trata de batallas, lo propio puede hacer el equipo de aquí.
Gak ada bedanya kan? Kita kerehan, gak ada bedanya kan? Gak ada bedanya kan? Persis kan? Persis kan anjing? Persis Dok, sumpah. Emang gaya castingnya orang Spanyol gitu ya, persis Jo. Makanya kayak nonton Barca anjing ini. Babi emang.
Nah, y al final lo que va a forzar Matthew es que
abis ini juga ada.
Para conseguir
abis ini juga aja nih. Angkara papi gitu ntar Jo. Oh ketahuan ya Matthew. Oh. Ya. Oh. Ya. Selamat. Deco selamat TP udah kayak ngegolin apa anjing. Sumpah, Cok, selamat TP udah kayak itu cuma selamat TP anjing. Udah kayak ngegolin salto dari tengah lapangan salto tembak apa bicycle kick gol gitu, udah kayak gitu anjing. Oh, refleks kali 5 ricu iya anjing. Coba kita dengerin nih. Apakah bakal ada refleks 5 gitu atau apa gitu.
Se pusieron molestos, les mataron a la mascota. Sale un Johnny Wick ahorita, un Johnny Wick.
Oh,
John Wick, perdón.
Udah kayak 90 menit 95 gitu kan. Golin anjing. Menang Piala Dunia gitu, Bang. Ada refleks.
El equipo de Thunder se da cuenta que no es buena posición, tiene que regresar. Pandamu no se puede dar la vuelta. Crystal Nova solo por el patio y se acaba de pagar 12K de diferencia. El corte de línea.
Ada refleks, bisa.
Mismo tiene que ponerse a prueba. Go Center ya en las manos de Ty Hunter. Es momento para pelear, ¿lo crees? No hay Silence.
Podría ser, es una muy buena opción para pelear también. Hay Ravage también.
Ngomongnya panjang banget, endingnya silence. Jadi dari tadi dia sebenarnya ngomong panjang itu ngobrolin ini anjing. Kalau tadi Thunder Awaken nggak sempat nge-fake apa, refleknya nggak bisa keluar kayaknya, refleknya atau apanya nggak bisa keluar gara-gara global silence. Ngomongnya panjang banget ini tapi apa sih 5 menit kemudian baru silence gitu doang anjing.
Y ahí nos mostraba David justamente Julio lo importante en estos 33 minutos, amigos. El estatus de buyback solamente lo tiene ahora mismo en silence.
Kayak nambah 10 menit iya anjing.
Y hay que recordar, oye, el Roshan está vivo.
Sí, acaba de salir justamente, eran 2 segundos y ahí están otra vez. El conjunto de Secret tomando objetivos que son muy...
Pero lo puede pelear,
a tratar de lanzarse de todo también. Ahí está, cuidado, se va a lanzar el conjunto sudamericano. Está muy cerca, ¿dónde está? No hay blindaje, ¿dónde va a lanzar? No te lo creo. Termina por sacar el Roshan, los chicos de Team Secret. ¿Y qué pasó?
Se lo comió.
Un poquito de cautela tal vez del equipo de Thunder. Se hubieran lanzado con todo.
Poquito tuh apa guys artinya guys?
Tiene manera de poder avanzar en esta.
Google dong, poquito.
O sea, no tiene maneras de iniciar. Tiene lo que es la barda, pero no una blink dagger. Y ahora con el Aghanim Scepter se la acaba de comer justamente. Muchas gracias ahí por mostrarnos. El queso lo tiene el Ursa, tiene también el Aghanim Scepter, tiene el Aghanim Scepter.
Gue tanya por qué, kalau por qué kan tapi gitu.
O sea, hay que comprar demasiado tiempo.
Atau por qué itu tapi atau ini atau
no te va a funcionar. Requiere
ya gitu lah. Anjing farming pakai ulti cok.
En último momento, amigos, le salió la suerte, le resumo Yuya.
Tuh kan anjing, selamat TP kayak gitu anjing.
Pacas todavía mantiene el farmeo.
Jadi bahas dari itu Pakito, itu beda anjing, itu Pakito ML cok.
A final de cuentas, necesitamos tratar de reducir el tema de la curación. Cuidado con Nisha, lanza Tiebreaker, atención, retrocede. Buena jugada por parte de Pacas para salir del embate. Igual, o sea, tienes otra vez siendo Leshrag el objetivo importante del equipo. Héroe resistente. Mucha curación con el tema de la Bloodstone. Y otra vez Matthew, ¿qué está haciendo?
Ini meme ketawa tuh ya. Karat aja, sabar. Thank you Rehan, bangsat. Melon diserang Melon.
Pero puede activar el Black Horn, 2 segundos, 1 segundo, Satadar, Solution está muerto.
Sabar guys, perang guys. Reflect nih.
Continuar con la batalla, cuidado con el Zo, puede saltar Saya, triple Yulito. Sobre espada, Moon también lanza finalmente el ultimate, pero ¿dónde están? No se quieren lanzar los chicos.
Kek W anjing itu. Global.
Global sale especamente utilizando la esta por la buena. Va a entrar cerca, cuidado que desaparece quién va a ser el señor Matthew Gotito que cae, pero se empieza a reflejar con Cristal. Tiene BKB todavía, ¿dónde está el Ravage? Lánzame el Ravage, por favor te lo pido. Se empiezan a reflejar los chicos desde el equipo europeo. Todavía no va a haber esa iniciación esperada, Q-Tipo.
El Take Hunter está siendo bastante precavido y es que, claro, tenía el Ursa Warrior no solo lo que es el Rage, sino también...
Thunder nggak bisa masuk anjing dari tadi, cok. Setiap kali BKB-nya Secret habis, mereka langsung balik, cok. Bagus banget mainnya, rapi.
Leshra, que era aquel que iba a estar de avanzada. Ursa Warrior no es como que se quiera plantar adelante, estar tomando estructuras, ya que el cerebro de B, pues tendría un poco de inconvenientes. Crystal Mayday molesta muchísimo, el Frostbite, tienes al Zeus constantemente tratando de proxear ahí los Lighting. Sin embargo, también debe ser cuidadoso, por ello tiene el Leather Lens, porque Saya puede saltar rápidamente. Hablando de Saya, hablando de Rey de Roma, hablando de la única que sin hablar hace mucho en la partida.
Cuidado, sí, Sayak está muy atento para la entrada a una Ravage. Veamos los que lo pueden ejecutar. Hay ese recurso defensivo, nada más los chicos de esperando el momento adecuado.
Tiene daga.
Cuidado, ya está Matthew de pie. Buscando tal vez buscar otro.
Gagal kata.
Es como...
Es su misión. Él está allí para matar couriers, para detener la avanzada de la línea, para evitar que le lleguen los ítems a tiempo. Ahí está la cantidad de couriers. Oye, mi predicción se fue al piso.
La verdad es que acá Matthew ya no es doctor, es como que veterinario barato. Veterinario barato.
Se volvió veterinario.
Veterinario barato.
Aquí Matthew. Acá veterinario barato. Matthew acaba de matar a todos los couriers. Bueno, por lo menos 4 couriers ya acaba de eliminar. Y eso, quieras o no, sí ha retrasado un poco los ítems de la escuadra de Secret. Los mantiene acumulando recursos. Cuidado con esto. Nunca va a ir por lo que es este refresher. Ya tiene el Side of Eye. Hablando de los ítems pesados, Silver Age le acaba de llegar, amigos. Y esto sí puede ser un problema. Basher de Ursa Warrior. Mientras tanto, por lo menos Sakura ya tiene lo que es la habilidad para iniciar en contra del equipo de Secret. Una buena iniciación con Slar, que puede conseguir una buena cantidad de un buen damage, sobre todo una cadena de stuns e posibilitar activar una BKB, podría ser bueno para todos los héroes de Secret, excepto el Ursa que sí puede activar.
Cuidado, se va a lanzar el conjunto de Team Secret, del conjunto europeo, ya quiere poner la sentencia final. Son 24k de valor reto que lleva ya.
¡Vamos!
Secret, cuidado.
Vamos, GT, vamos.
Chicos de Thunder. Y a ver si lograrán al menos esa muralla, ese búnker en el cual están estampados, sea bastante efectivo. Cuidado que la posición de offlaner de TIE Hunter no es buena. Cuidado con Secret, ¿ah? Están muy avanzados, Cuti.
Y se puede dar la vuelta, la acaban de encontrar Papi, el Arcade Course encima nuevamente. Nimbulus, lo acaba de desaparecer, Airshock, para activar ese mini rage por 1.5 segundos, que aunque no lo creas y aunque no lo creas, definitivamente te limpia.
Kelar jadi sini kalau pakai lama kelamaan dia kalah juga coy Secret.
No, la resistencia, perdón, de 80%, el status resistente incrementado es demasiado molesto. El dar de Pacas, Julio ya tiene lo que es el High of Scale, y esto es una buena noticia. Hablamos de reducción de regeneración. Ahí está la reducción de regeneración. ¡Cuidado!
Va con la captura el capitán, pero cuidado, avisa al B también lo frenan en seco. Atención, cuidado que puede ser peligroso. Global, sales, prende la BKB, también van directamente por quien por los marcado, pero no, lo están haciendo de buena manera, no tiene BKB, está bien Resolution, esto puede ser complicado. Está pegando durísimo, Paca tiene que escaparse, también cuidado, para el 7 Ursa Warrior. Empiezan a retirarse, retirada, cae Goto. Y el equipo de Sudamérica todavía está en complicaciones. Pandamu también quiere comprar un poco más de tiempo, pero veamos qué logra hacer también. BKB utilizando hasta luego, goodbye. Le da tiempo para escapar también es largo.
Es lo que tenía que hacer, es lo que tenía que hacer. Se acaba de ir. Van a presionar todo en la zona de medio del mapa. Se sacrifica Pandamu. Y hablando de ello, vamos con el replay kill. Vamos con los talentos.
Ya, setuju. Oh.
Con dudas.
Sí.
Sí, señor. Sí, amigo, sí.
Se nota claramente, justamente lo decía el Gotito, no quieren pelear con un Scadi a largo plazo. No quieren alargar el hecho de que ya tenga el Scadi, quieren pelear, tratando de posicionarse. En la pelea anterior los agarran en mal posicionamiento, dado que controlan la puerta del triángulo. Cuidado acá, se acuerda. ¿Qué pasó? Se metió para adentro. Utilizado, salta por el lado derecho, Pacas. Salta por el lado derecho, Pacas. ¿Qué pasó acá? Utilizaron la corona para poder evitarlo. Salta nuevamente, Pacas, saca todas las dos cargas. No tiene Ramak, tiene que colocarse, tiene que utilizar la Force Stab encima de Italia, se va a encargar del Zeus. Este Global Salir sigue durando, por Dios santo, déjalo.
Dios, Mati.
Y acá de Brayolito.
Cuidado por ahí, preparando también aquí va a ser a Resolution, prende la BKB, atención que está también el Ursa Warrior. Está ahora Mati comprando un poco más de tiempo también, pero Pacas está complicadísima la cosa porque prende la BKB, pausa todo también, te veo utilizado, se va a escapar, no te lo creo, cuidado. El daño no era suficiente, son 2 bajas para el equipo sudamericano y Panda también tiene que retroceder. Esto consigue desaparecer otra vez Crita, dice, está totalmente incisivo, está endemoniado este señor. Rebound, Xbox también está bien, goodbye. Beyond Ghost Like Resolution, un héroe complicado. Un Lash Rack que las dos partidas les complica la cosa con tipo presión en la parte inferior.
Aprieta con todo el equipo del Secret. Thunder tiene que defender de alguna manera. Pacas está totalmente solo, va a ir contra el Silencer. Es el momento de la venganza. Force Stab. No puede ser esa Force Stab desde el minuto temprano. Se está haciendo problemas en contra del Punch. Una manera rápida y certera de escaparte, aparte de que no hay detección por parte de Pacas. Aprieta el equipo del Secret. Resiste. Se de Barracas tiene que resistir. Vamos, tienes buena armadura. Tienes deficiente armadura. Vamos,
por efecto.
Sin embargo, van a ir en contra de Sacred.
GG, mati. Pacas mati, GG. GG, bro. GG, bro. Secret selalu menang TI. Secret selalu menang TI. Adios. Anjing si anjing ngomong GG kayak gitu, Cok. Bangsat. Alhamdulillah, Judi menang ler hari ini ler. Profit dikit ler. Jago anjing Secret sumpah.
What a clinical series. I mean, that first game was just so disciplined by them, and this second one didn't feel like Thunder even got one good team fight out of that whole game. Just ratting, trying to get to a point where
dikit-dikit lah ya menangnya ya.
All of Secret's 5 carries are on
semifinal kan Secret, semifinal bro, semifinal bro.
Puppy just so elusive with 4-stab glimmer.
Tundra. Tundra gue blind bet dah. Tundra gue blind bet dah. Gue percaya Tundra game winner.
Gotta feel good about continuing to play at the 11 TI.
Yeah, he's now got one more series to go to be able to beat last
Top
year.
3 bro, secret top 3.
In that potential top 2 scenario. Man, what a run this man has had. What a run the Team Secret has had. So, I mean, remember, these guys, we almost didn't see them at TI, period. They had to go through the last chance qualifier, which they smashed, and are now showing up in playoffs, looking in very fine form.
Cak, gue udahan dulu deh, Cak. Mau belanja. Gak tau bakal streaming apa nggak. Harusnya streaming sih, ntar. Thank you guys. Thank you Rehan.
This series
Bye guys.
was more about